That's why Metro Boomin is in his feelings.
So
he liked her, and Drake hit, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Ask DJ Drama what happened to his girl. Ask him.
That really happened.
This nigga Drake is a sniper for a reason. If I did hypothetically have a playlist, it does not include any R. Kelly songs. Am I tripping?
Oh, you don't make. Can I say something? He be fucking. At the end of the day, guys,
make your 6 figures.
Be like Jalen Green.
What? Knock up a 40-year-old and then start balling out?
No. Just be happy with the decisions that you make in life.
No parking on Sunday.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to No Parking on Sundays. It's your boy Eddie Midnight here with my guy Jay.
You're perfect. So what you
and special guest, drum roll. Our boy, so ill, so advised. Am I saying that right? It's Izzo. Izzo. No, it's Izzo.
So he's just giving a
push it away from
Izzo.
That's I like Izzo. Push it away from you.
Izzo was fire. I love that.
Some more.
Look at the voice.
No, so that he can sit. Like,
he's a Potter.
Yeah, so there you go. And then that way you can just turn your head. And so if you tilt that jump.
We're in a quiet storm. We're in a quiet storm.
He hit the Donnie Simpson show on this.
Next
on Magic 94.5 for the old ladies who get their cheeks clapped after Love nightclub.
Cougar Love. I can't believe.
You're in the mic with Mike. Talk to me, baby.
You wasn't outside.
What? I've been to Love.
Yeah, I don't.
Why you trying to play me, my bro?
You wasn't in love.
You wasn't in love when I was.
Was he in love with us?
No. Not with y'all. Not with y'all. I retired by that time. I had retired.
We used to wear church clothes.
You had to.
What a time to be alive.
You had
time to be alive.
Son, and now niggas go in there in joggers.
Yeah.
You and these fucking joggers. If you mention joggers one motherfucking time again, no one wears joggers, bro. Like, we don't live in Europe. We're not wearing joggers with low cut common projects. Like,
Look,
this is crazy.
I like to be comfortable. Like,
you mess with my foliage again. I told you.
Look, fuck these foliage.
No.
Anyway, you saw.
Wait. About the joggers.
Relax.
You made a comment about Yeezy's last part, and I really appreciate that. So
what did I say last part?
You said nobody wears 350s, and niggas wear 350s.
Because he doesn't know anything.
You like 350s?
350s.
I think y'all need to look at the picture of 350s to remember what 350s look like.
He's never even owned a pair of 350s, so he can't talk about 350s.
Ooh. He did say he likes the Yeezys he bought, which is respectable.
That's fine. The 5 I have,
and that's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
You see how niggas do? Niggas is like, we're not doing that.
You're a hater.
I'm not a hater. It's like niggas be like, I don't like that. But the moment they get a chance to get it, I like these. I've been like them. Like, nah, nigga, get out of here.
Look, not I'm in the history.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, the 350s are not sexy at all.
Don't you do that.
I'm sorry. Look, they're not.
You should finish that with to you.
I feel like I'm going to show y'all a picture of the 350s after the podcast.
I can bring a pair down. A few pairs.
Yeah, shout out
look at me. I have 100 a pair of shoes.
Look at me. I don't know what shares to buy. Stop fucking talking to me like this.
See, this is why you don't tell your friends you need help. I actually told him that.
But you fucked up. I was going to keep it. I was keeping it alive.
I ain't saying nothing.
No.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you a quick story.
You don't have to tell the story.
I hit this nigga up because I had two choices. I was gonna get some 4s, or I was gonna get
4s respectable.
Go ahead, tell him what the other pair of shoes were. Because I was gonna do this. You brought it up. Like,
I was gonna get some hardened PEs that were red and black.
PE of what?
That's what they're called. I don't know. They're called James Harden PEs.
Huh? PE is player exclusive. They didn't.
I don't know. They're like black and they're like black.
It's not his shoe. It's not his signature shoe though.
It is. But
it's his basketball shoe. It's his signature.
Dress is fire, dog.
Harden shoes used to be okay. Now they're really.
When were they okay?
What? No.
This nigga. No. Look at what Jay.
Don't do that. Lonnie, come on, man.
Look at what Jay hits me.
Don't fall into. Let me tell you something about taste. You can't fall into your portfolio of style and then say, when was it okay? That's you. That's what you like.
Okay, when did the masses like them? When did anyone like them? James Harden, does he wear his own shoes?
I saw a TikTok.
Like, what are we talking about here?
He's a different player.
He knows them shits is ugly.
So I saw a video that basically said how popular the shoes are and everybody likes them. And I saw a vision. This nigga Jay hits me back and was like, what the fuck are you going to wear this with?
It's like new age. It's like new age LeBron in the club.
Son, I felt so seen. I was like, I didn't even have it. I was like, joggers. This nigga said, okay, get him. And I just felt bad. I didn't even text him the rest of the day.
That's the dad. You know what? That's what you like?
Son, I didn't even text him back the rest of the day. I just was looking at the purchase like, I can't get these.
I thought you said the
I couldn't get him. I just couldn't.
Because if it hit your email, I feel for you.
Because Jay already would clown me. Like, he's the kind of person, though.
That's a best friend. That's a best friend.
So the thing
The
is,
sick part is I did tell him about him.
he's the kind of person that basically says, he's the kind of person that will basically let you like die on a hill if you choose to.
I'm not dying on a hill. It's not that I won't let you down. I'll give you my opinion, and if you choose to stand on your opinion, I'm gonna let you stand on your opinion.
I respect.
I'm not here to beat a dead horse.
Yeah, but I mean, you see,
So that's another thing. If you don't like to argue, you can't keep relationships going. You have to argue.
But wait,
Jay.
it's like,
no.
You have to argue.
Wait. Lana, you don't like to argue. Not that anybody should like to argue.
He doesn't.
But
He
isn't
ain't
that
going to
you
go back and forth.
So when do you actually put up a fight of any sort?
When you buy Jay's hardest.
No, there was a lack of a fight there. Quite honestly, he let you.
I was sitting on my computer, clicking on the buttons. I said, I just keep clicking. You know how you can swipe across the screen? I just swiped off that shit.
It's actually hilarious.
But you asked me, what do I put up a fight for? The things that matter.
Shoes, clothes,
No,
money.
I don't argue about that shit. That's subjective.
It's very subjective. Shout out to you.
So before we I'm sorry to cut y'all off, but before we start, I do want to say RIP to Sensei
Hold on,
Toriyama.
what
Relax,
episode
let
is
me
this?
finish. It doesn't matter. Anyway, RIP to Sensei Toriyama. Akira Toriyama died last week. He is the creator of Dragon Ball Z.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to him. It's how I started my anime journey.
Same.
Between that and also Yu Yu Hakusho and Toonami when I first moved here from Nigeria.
My brother.
That was how I started my entire
Shout
anime
out to
journey.
Jay.
So his passing
Shout out
is
Zeus.
huge to the anime community, and we definitely are feeling sad about that.
Yeah.
Because it does suck. He doesn't claim Dragon Ball GT though, because he had nothing to do with that shit. So
Isn't that wild? That was a very great evolution of the series.
nobody watched GT like that. So RIP to him. But other than that, welcome to episode 30. 33.
Ooh.
This is our Steph Curry.
Ooh.
I'm gonna name every episode like
shooters.
So this is our Steph Curry.
It's
We
my
ain't
problem with
shooters.
31.
Shoot with him in the gym.
31. Who's 31?
That's what you're just gonna name every episode after like a player, and I'm like, shit, who's gonna be 31?
Nah. Only the memorable numbers.
It's only
What's Larry Bird number?
I think it's 33. I think.
Yeah, it's 33.
I think it's 33.
33.
Are we talking 33? We're talking Scotty. But anyway, what?
I don't.
Are y'all gonna have 33 and a
I don't
half?
wanna do this.
Like Naked Gun?
What now?
What? Like who?
Yeah, it was a joke. You see, 33 and a half is a Naked Gun movie series.
Oh my god, this is old nigga shit.
no.
Naked Gun was fire.
Naked Gun was fine. How you gonna call it old nigga shit? You sitting here commenting on
that
it.
was my first time I liked a white girl because of Nicole Smith was in that joint.
Okay.
And I never.
Long story short, my 33 and a half
The
is to
niggas
say,
who know.
it was
Nicole
33 and a half was to say you could do Scotty and you could do Larry.
But other than that, also RIP to also the individuals who lost their life in Baltimore during the bridge collapse. We are here in the DMV, as you know, so we usually don't claim Baltimore, but in this situation, we definitely do. So it's definitely tough to see a cargo ship of that magnitude and that size. They said it was as long as the Empire State Building. That's crazy.
It's tall, yeah.
And they said it hit the bridge after
That
it
junk
lost
fell
power.
like.
Dominoes.
That junk
really.
collapsed.
And it's a big ass bridge. It's not even a small.
You know how like a nigga gets like in like they're boxing, they get hit and they get spaghetti legs and just drop? That's how that jump fell.
Yeah, it was a little tough, man, to see that. So RIP to those individuals. They were construction workers. They were just doing their
families, yeah. A lot
job.
of people,
I think it was like
families.
1 a.m.
They were filling potholes on the bridge. Imagine.
That's tough.
You think the bridge is solid and this joint come.
You know, one of my thoughts I always think about when I like cross bridges or if like, I'm outside the country and I'm like going down a zip line in the fucking bushes. It's like, yo, like when does this junk get maintenance?
The fact that you said zip line lets me know you be on excursions.
No, for real. Be out
Niggas
the
be
way.
scared. Niggas is scared of other things.
He's not
This
even
nigga
worried.
said
He got
zip lines.
Don't you know
Like,
you
that
get
is
into something? You be like, if I was to ever get into something, this got to be my escape plan.
Well,
Lonnie already got his zip line escape plan.
I'm just saying, like, when do these junks get like maintenance,
They
like
don't.
service? Like, I'm like, yo, like, I'm gonna. To be honest, I don't go on excursions anymore. Like, I'm not going to nobody's zip line. I'm not doing any of that.
What turns you off?
the fact that one, I've done it too many times, and two, I think I might
been
die.
on one jet ski or one.
No,
ATV.
we're not comparing jet skis now.
No, ATV.
JT.
If you do ATV, and it's like, okay, I'm good.
I will say though, the last time, so I just came back from DR.
I knew that was what you were gonna say.
But the first time I went, ATVs out there was probably the most fun I've had.
because they had you in the streets.
Yeah,
That's different.
riding through the beaches.
You was in the city.
Yeah.
Riding ATVs
Well, y'all was doing the Meek Mill out on vacay.
before Meek Mill.
Before Meek Mill, you were a nuisance, sir.
You were a street nuisance in DR.
Possibly.
Imagine.
But now they're saying it's not even safe to go to DR because if you're black, they basically think you're Haitian automatically, and they start like.
But I was just there last week, and it was pretty fun to me. And I went to the car, so I don't know. I had a great time.
You don't look Haitian.
Even though I was black, and I look just like.
But he
the black
has
people.
dreads, though. You know,
Yeah,
not to
like-
say that that's
I
a
said
Caribbean
it-
thing only, but ironically, you are Caribbean.
Yeah.
It's just interesting that.
But I mean, Haitians. Long story short, there was a lot of dark skinned people out there, and there was very much some people that looked like me out there, and it was very fun.
I've always wanted to go to DR. That's one of my to-go places. I haven't been yet. But
You know
one
what's
of these
interesting?
days.
If we look at ourselves as Africans, as African Americans, as Caribbeans, or everything of that sort, do you see somebody and be like, oh, I know they not my nation? You know what I'm saying? Because I wonder if the other people just see black and just be like, oh, all black.
They do.
Hell no.
First of all, yes, they do. You're all black, and when we leave the country, we're all black. Until you go to like,
Sudanese, you could tell. Ethiopian, you could tell.
I'll say this.
West African,
Unless you're specifically
you can
have
kinda
a very strong look, 9 times out of 10, you're just another black person.
You know who has a strong look that didn't know they was Igbo until they found out they was Igbo?
Who?
TD Jakes.
He's Igbo?
I can see it
He's
now.
like 70%, 76%.
How do you know?
He said it. He disclosed that.
That nigga capping. That nigga was laundering money with Diddy.
What's that have to do with being Igbo?
Look, what
Aren't y'all- hold on, aren't Nigerians 419
Wait,
people?
can I finish?
Oh, hey, cut this out. Cut this out right now. We're not allowed to say that.
I'm not listening to that.
I'm just saying, like, we're talking about stereotypes.
100% Nigerian right here. Just want to like just.
So speaking of people going to islands, Diddy and TD Jakes, or just Diddy himself.
We're not doing that. Oh my God. That's not even on the list.
It's a good turn.
That's not even on the list.
It is on the list. So Diddy did transfer himself to Antigua or something like that on a private jet while his home got raided.
This foreigner said he transferred himself. this nigga teleported to Antigua. What are we talking about? First of all, he went to Cape Verde. He went to Cape Verde.
private plane. No, I transferred.
Diddy went to Cape Verde.
Let me finish though. So Diddy is in some sort of hot water, and unfortunately, his kids were detained
in the house during the raid.
Yeah, so Homeland Security, which is weird. I don't know why
DHS.
Homeland did it instead of the FBI.
So
if
can I
it
say
was
something?
Trafficking. Yeah,
I
sure.
feel like if Homeland Security, I was telling this to my special somebody out there when we were at home. I was saying if DHS has to get involved, that means that they've been looking for a while at greater parties too. You are part of the web. You may not be the center, but you are part of the web, or you are the center, and there's a larger thing ahead, and it's not good. It's not looking good for you.
I don't know, man. Izzo, I'm gonna be real with
DHS?
you.
Department of Homeland Security.
I'm about to be off the ledge.
I don't know what that means.
I'm gonna be off the ledge.
Jump.
I do. So I'm not a conspiracy theorist, right? I'm not. Don't believe the algorithm. So for me, I think that for Diddy's situation, I do think that I honestly feel like he pissed off the wrong people.
You know,
I think part of it is the things and people that he's dealt with in his past. I think it's biting him now in the ass, and I think that's the whatever it is.
reputation or
No, not even the reputation.
Retribution.
Retribution. Thank you for the word. Look at you.
Shut up.
Smart guy.
Okay.
I'm so happy for it.
I was going to say something just now, but I'm just like, don't be a dick.
You know, but you know, English ain't my first.
I don't know if I'm laughing because that's funny or I don't believe you. But either way,
I speak Nigerian.
That makes it worse.
Don't do that.
That's not
You
a
speak
language.
Yoruba.
I know, nigga.
Don't Nigerian.
But no, for real though, the Diddy situation is just very convenient that this guy that we spoke about last pod, Little Rob, who did a go. Let me finish. That he did the GoFundMe, and then he decided that he was trying to do the GoFundMe to basically sue Diddy for the simple fact that he didn't get paid for doing the what was it called, the Love album. So at this point, it does look crazy that he's adding all these random people to his lawsuit, and they're all trying to sue him back.
Well, Okay, first of all, I think we have to tell it right. What happened was the New York State passed a law for survivors of sexual assault to be able to sue for things that
19 or 29 years or something like that.
I don't remember the stipulation, but that's what happened. And then when he settled with Cassie, it opened the floodgates. When the law came out, everyone knew that things were going to start to bubble.
Their window was open.
Yes, so that's really what happened, right? And Diddy on his high horse, he probably took advantage of this little rod guy, right? So that's really what the issue is. But beyond that, right, to your point that you made earlier when you said that they must have been under investigation X, Y, and Z. The reality here is that everyone has known about Diddy and his shenanigans, for lack of better words, right? Yep. And so it's not that like, oh, we have to go find new stuff. It's there. Everyone knows, right? So like people like Lucien Grange and additional folks that are listed in the lawsuit, Lucien Grange is a bigger fish than Diddy at the end of the day, right? He's the guy that he's the chairman and CEO of UMG. Every record label, anything that you could think of pretty much runs through UMG. Would he be so I say that to say the reason I'm painting that picture is because at the end of the day, like when things happen, I don't want to speculate because I actually don't know what's happening. But the long story short is that Diddy has been doing really foul stuff, and there's a lot of things that could be happening with that raid. The idea behind him stealing the tapes could be real. The idea that they're planting stuff on him could be real. There's so many things that can truly be happening because the things that Diddy has done is no secret.
Things that you're saying right now allude to my theory earlier of DHS literally tapping into a web. Diddy, you are a point on the web. It might be a major hub. It might be a lot of things that go through you. You may be the Epstein of hip hop.
He's Epstein.
But there's more. If you're Epstein, you're not only...
That's exactly my point. Why they're saying, like, that's exactly my point. One of the conspiracy, which is the fact that they may be planting or taking video footage, because if these other powerful people are at these parties,
bro,
can you come? Do you want those people to come down? So I mean, neither here nor there. But I think the reality here is that what's happening. Whatever happens to Diddy, the fact that man knew his house was about to get raided.
Yeah, because he was out,
and he's still chilling.
I believe he's not in panic mode, or he's a master perception of reality giver.
Speaking of people that's out of touch reality, though, go ahead.
He's actually in Miami right now, so I don't think I don't know how to say this, but I basically don't think that what we're seeing is the actual.
I agree with you.
Is the actual thing.
It's all it is.
I believe that he's being made an example of by whatever powers that be, and I think.
But he did do some of that stuff, though.
Oh yeah,
okay. I just want to point that
we had this conversation in the last pod.
Without doubt.
He's a freaky boy. We know this. No Diddy exists for a reason. Yeah. He's been on some
everyone knows.
So we are regular citizens. We're regular civilians, and we've heard about his party. So imagine niggas in Hollywood what they've heard and what they've seen about Diddy's party.
Partaking in.
We're regular ass niggas, and we heard about it. So imagine how worse it could be. Yeah, no. So please, I already know Diddy's on some wild shit.
You know what I heard?
Yeah, Carisha talking about getting pissed on, for Christ's sake, and she's a girl from Opa-locka. We were talking about that last pod. Let's be real. These chicks So another thing that they were saying is like the child traffic, the sex trafficking thing. Yeah. When niggas have girls, they give their girls allowances if they have money. Like that's what you do. I do not believe that a nigga giving a girl money is trafficking her or paying her for her services.
It's prostitution.
If you're my girl, no, it's not. If you're my girl, like he was dating all these chicks.
That's sponsoring. That's fine. That's
son, if I'm dating you and I'm giving you money, that does not mean I'm taking care of you.
To be clear, I don't think trafficking. To be clear, I don't think what you're saying and them calling trafficking are the same. I think you're conflating two different things. So I don't think when they talk about trafficking that they're talking about what you described.
They're not talking about Miami.
So what they said about Young Miami specifically, and also 50 Cent's baby mama Jocelyn Joy, or whatever the fuck her name is. They basically the guy Rob was saying that he would pay them money to do certain things for them and to them.
That's different.
That's not sex trafficking though.
That was what it was put under.
That's because they just needed to classify something like that. That's not how that right there is, you know what? When niggas asked the question, what would you do for $100,000? That's what that was in action, in live person. The people being trafficked, totally different. Totally different, because I know y'all, I respect you enough to give you a price
on trafficking no hoes.
I don't think he is, but I think he's part of the ring. And look at me even saying I have no idea for real. I just feel like
I'm gonna just give it a buck. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna. I don't know either. So what I'm saying. Like, I think that we have an idea of what trafficking sounds like, but it might be different. Like, it could be very much so. get all these drugs. To take Diddy out of the conversation, trafficking is also, we have all these girls.
Did Cassie?
And we have all these drugs.
Did Cassie get to throw trafficking under her?
Yes. She said she got stuff trafficked. So what happens is, what they're saying is that like you get drugged, right? Yeah. And you're saying go in that room and go fuck X, Y, and Z. Yeah. That is being trafficked.
And let me watch. Yes.
That is being trafficked. Moment. And that's what they're saying is happening to them.
Paid or not paid?
It doesn't matter.
No Diddy though. Speaking of Diddy, I'll Be Sure did put out an Instagram to his son.
The nigga's delusional, okay? He's somehow come back home to me, to Quincy, and the reality here is like, Quincy's 32 years old. Yeah, I heard. Shut your ass up. The nigga, Diddy has raised your child for 30 years. Be quiet.
But why couldn't...
And on top of you just got out of the hospital, my nigga.
Why was Quincy over there with Diddy over his dad? I don't know why.
Well, it's Kim Porter's son, and Diddy was damn near with her, so he raised him as his own.
It's Kim Porter and I'll Be Sure's son.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you're living with your stepdad. This happens, right?
Yeah.
But why did he choose that?
Not to go down like this like rabbit hole, but like the short of this is that I'll Be Sure had money issues, and I think he had alcohol issues.
He was also in the hospital. He was sick.
Well, no, this is recent. We're talking about like why he didn't raise him in the past. Okay. So like there was just like a plethora of reasons, but like Diddy took care of the kid.
That's kind of shady to have said after all of that. Maybe
it's not even shady. I mean, if you want to get into conspiracy, it's shady. The reason it's not shady.
It's lame, but that's your dad.
Have you heard the conspiracies?
Why are you reaching out to your kid on Instagram?
I thought that's
because he's hating Diddy. He's a hater.
Of course, I agree.
So this isn't pure as political.
Of course,
social political.
Of course.
Everything is political. Everything has a meaning. Everything is not what it seems.
I think he saw his son in the situation in cuffs, and he was like, I hate that for you.
Was Quincy in cuffs? I don't think it was Quincy. It was Justin and the Christian. Other one, Christian. That nigga's not even there. So why is his dad tweeting? Like, come on, dog.
I mean, his dad just got out of the hospital. The man was sick. And you know the conspiracy behind that is, and like, I don't even know why I'll Be Sure's talking. The conspiracy is that Diddy supposedly got Kim Porter killed, supposedly Andre Harrell killed, and supposedly had I'll Be Sure put in the hospital. And now you just got out of the hospital.
Poisoned and then put in the hospital.
Yeah. Like, these are the conspiracies.
I didn't hear that.
No, I heard that too.
People have been saying Diddy been moving crazy, and a lot of people have been dropping.
Let me tell you, can I hit recurring?
What's up?
Diddy shot somebody and had it covered up by his person.
Oh yeah, the girl Shine. Yeah, she came out and said Diddy finally shot.
Well, he's talking about something different. He's talking about recently where the guy got shot in the bathroom when him and Justin was there.
Oh, that's what Little Rob said. Yes.
He said that his bodyguard.
Who the fuck is Little Rob? I keep saying that.
This guy, Little Rob.
The producer, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm being funny.
He said that.
Who's this guy?
He said Diddy and them were hiding.
Who is this guy?
He said Diddy and them were hiding in like a closet. Shout out, no Diddy, but they were hiding in a closet or in a recording room while after they shot somebody and the police were questioning people. He has all this insider information.
They made it seem like Diddy was strong.
Can I ask you a question? What was the first thought that came up to your head when all this stuff happened? Is there any? What was the first like? No, for real. I don't care how crazy it sounds.
You go first. You go first.
Diddy did it.
I said the first question.
Oh, the first question? About which part?
All of it. I'll answer it for you. I'll just get to the point. My first question was, Diddy, you're too rich and too smart to not have an NDA. How is this guy speaking so candidly?
He recorded. He had footage.
Yeah, but the NDA.
This is the producer.
Where's the NDA? Maybe I don't know how NDA works. NDAs work.
But like, how are breaking their NDAs lately?
I think that
risking it all.
He rose above the level of NDA. You're producing with me. You're going on trips. You're on a boat.
No.
We do these things. I now have you as a compadre.
Yeah, and I'm telling you to shut up for everything. Yes, I do.
You should.
Should I? No, yes.
He should, but okay. So back to the question. What was the first question you asked, Edwin?
I didn't even have a question. I just think it's ridiculous, and I think that at the end of the day, hopefully the truth comes out. But if Diddy is in Miami right now, I don't think anything is going to happen to him because we're talking about if he really was committing like sex trafficking for real, there is a whole Epstein list that nobody gave a fuck about. There's a whole bunch of other sex traffickers out here and things that are happening.
Yeah, but someone had to take the fall. Epstein took the fall.
I don't think someone's Diddy is in Miami playing top golf with his twins.
For now,
I don't think that nigga going to jail.
It's given Trump, meaning I'm a felon.
Untouchable.
And
it's given untouchable.
91 times over.
I think so. Diddy is not going anywhere.
I hope you're right and I'm wrong, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think this is going to escalate.
I think
more is going to unfold.
He is for sure. Okay, so my first, and then I'm going to give you my point. Question was, damn. You really did all of this to the beautiful legacy that you had. And then I quickly started to tear back at the beautiful legacy because if this was happening all along in the background, legacy was never beautiful because the niggas who was around, the people who was around Mace, who had to go through some of the things.
I gotta cut you off because
do that.
Diddy's legacy has always been like
we're always gonna separate him from the music.
Yeah, Diddy's legacy has always been a little shaky.
Bammers don't want to admit it, but niggas is still listening to R. Kelly.
Diddy was our nigga, but he's still
our nigga. Like people gonna listen. He himself may not be our nigga, but you're like no one's gonna turn off Diddy's music, and no one's gonna
Mary J. Blige.
You know what you guys sound like right now? Y'all sound like
discovered.
When a person says they've gone through some shit, you would still say, "Yeah, but that joint's still tight though, dog." You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you got it.
We talk about college all the time, and we always say, "Man, we almost died. Man, this was a crazy night." But then we look at each other like that shit was lit. Though.
That's different because you did that to yourself.
Diddy did it to himself too.
Diddy did it.
No, he did, but he was.
Did he or did he not?
I think he's a villain. He's an actual super villain.
Billionaire said that shit.
Yeah, I think to your point though, right? Like the reality here is maybe there's some people that still stand in their morals and like have this blanket idea of like they're gonna not listen to no Diddy music, but the man is a producer. We talked about producers earlier, so it's not like he's an artist. You're gonna hear. To say I'm gonna cut off the pipeline to Diddy's music or the things he's done,
you lose a whole catalog.
You're not gonna do it. Like,
so I want to ask y'all one quick question.
Let's go. Get off this Diddy shit.
Yeah, we can leave this quick topic.
Wait. Quick question. If let's say they ban Diddy, does that mean there's no Biggie being played anywhere?
No.
Does that mean there's no Mace being played?
That's the point we're making. It's not happening. It's not happening.
We don't think he's going
R. Kelly's music still plays today. And so
Where?
Niggas still listen to... Let me rephrase that. Niggas still listen to R. Kelly.
That's different.
Yeah. And
at home,
his streams are still out, bro. No, out in public. Like, you hear it. Like,
in your car, baby, but not at the club.
No, for sure. But like...
In the car.
For sure. In the car.
In the car's dangerous.
You at the house. We having sex. Like, niggas listen to R. Kelly. Like...
I've never...
You tripping. 12 play. There's a few things.
12 play. No. Of course.
The R and R. Kelly. The R with the Black and Red album. You're tripping.
I don't think if my sex play... If I did hypothetically have a playlist, it does not include any R. Kelly songs. Am I tripping?
You don't make love.
Can I say something?
You be fucking.
He just took away your credits. I was about to...
my God, Jay.
So no, I don't know. I'm talking shit. Man, I don't know that I even have R. Kelly in my shit too. But the point is, R. Kelly makes really good music.
Okay,
no,
so
that's
made.
So wait, guys. So speaking of fucking, Pornhub has been banned in.
Speaking of banded.
In Texas. Sure. So Texas has now passed a law that basically is banning Pornhub as far as individuals logging onto their website to watch any of their adult entertainment. Mm-hmm. So in order for them to watch anything on Pornhub, they would have to actually enter their license, their actual driver's license number, and register in order to watch whatever they want to watch. So I just wanted to know what y'all thoughts were. I know what my thoughts are. Niggas ain't trying to find out what you're watching. That's just the truth.
I feel like it's really important. Well,
I feel like there's no way to stop it. This is called private browsers. There's
no, even if it's private browsers, you're still
it's blocked.
It's blocked. Period.
Address.
You have to put in like your actual
the IP addresses within Texas.
Oh, I know what some niggas gonna do.
What they gonna
VPN?
They're gonna just download it and send it to you. Like,
man, fuck all of that.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I'm gonna tell you right now, as somebody who knows other people who watch porn. There's 110 websites. Why
That's what I was just saying.
Nobody uses Pornhub like that. Only people that go on Pornhub are like,
oh, my bad. You know what I thought when you said this?
What?
I'm thinking about they're banning porn sites. No one goes on fucking Pornhub. No one goes on fucking Pornhub.
But Pornhub,
that's white people.
Oh my God. Oh,
ain't that the whites go? That's where the whites go, right?
Not the whites.
I'm not going to say that. I don't watch porn, so I wouldn't know where they go. But
I as well.
There's X videos.
I don't watch porn. What other
Spank Bang? There's a lot of different sites, guys. So I don't think that's stopping shit from niggas being.
I read my Bible at night. I don't partake in these.
Like imagine the kind of like this shit is crazy. This is like prohibition. Niggas will.
It really is.
Niggas will find a way to do something, especially something like that. Niggas will find a way.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
And on top of that, just download just pay for OnlyFans. You know what I didn't know? What? I didn't know people really pay for OnlyFans.
People do, and then they leak it on Reddit.
Well,
Yeah.
Reddit.
Read it.
Or on Twitter.
Or Twitter is disgusting.
It's a nasty place.
Twitter is fucking crazy, guys.
It's
like,
Tumblr on steroids.
It is. It got worse. Oh my God.
I think it got worse after Elon did his takeover.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a level of integrity that is no longer maintained in threads.
At all.
You can just look at somebody post something. Everything else will be totally different.
Have you ever seen under Sexy Red's like posts?
Oh my God! Everything under Sexy Red's post is
somebody
porn.
talked about that.
I saw it once and I never.
Someone
went
told me
back.
about it.
It was wild.
I think it was.
I saw it once and I think it was Jess Hilarious. Yes, it was her.
When
and that's when I did.
Huh?
She did say it. It was on the Breakfast Club one time, and I don't know why I decided to explore it.
You're not alone. I was like, this can't be true. And
you didn't like what you saw?
No,
I don't recall.
I saw every genre that I did. There's genres I don't watch that were there, and
it was literally everything on that genre.
I was
genre
disgusted,
crazy.
Bro. Like
you don't even
look. It depends on my mood. I only want to see Ebony and
chill out.
All right,
leave it there. This nigga's about to say bukkake or some shit.
wait.
This nasty man. This nasty man. Look at him.
I don't watch that. Nah, that's nasty.
It's a correction.
Yo, you're wild. The fact that you know what bukkake is, I'm
no. The fact that you knew what it was because you laughed really hard. Look at him.
Nah, them Asian boys is nasty, dog. Them Asian niggas.
Can I just say,
they wild the fuck
niggas,
out.
People on this earth are mad weird. Who would have thought? You know what I'm saying?
But imagine now that you have their IP address and what they are actually watching.
So that was my next question.
I mean, people already have that.
Who's banking, who's now banking that info though? Who's taking that data?
The government.
Why?
So that they can use that shit, nigga. You like foot porn,
that's how they build that. We were talking about this earlier.
You think that's gonna keep me from getting a secret clearance? I'm gonna tell you on my interview. If you want to know that bad,
that nigga be looking at toes.
But the reason
get him the fuck out of here.
It's because of propaganda and media.
It's such a small, minute aspect of a person and their personality and their desires behind closed doors. What would porn have to do?
Izzo, Mr. Izzo, I'm gonna bring you back down there.
Why do you think? Let me ask you a question. Let's get back to Diddy for 5 seconds.
No Diddy.
I'm sorry. Let me just get to a point really fast. The fact that you think that this porn that is not an indication of who you are, it's a small thing.
Too much credence.
No,
I think that
how can you?
I don't think it weighs as much as.
Let me ask you a question.
I think it's taboo.
How could you think that if a whole man named Jeffrey Epstein went to jail and took down
you want me to answer?
In a second, and Diddy, who potentially could take down other people. It's not a sauce.
Diddy had cameras in every room.
Yes.
So imagine niggas doing the freak off in different rooms.
Or they get drugged and then they get their butt taken or some shit.
Oh wow,
that's what
that shit you sent me, nigga. Don't ever send me shit like that. That was crazy.
Hey son, if I had to hear you had
that was crazy.
Yo, I was traumatized. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What was this? Nigga sent me some audio. He asked me first.
This is the joint that dudes put on Twitter. It's like, this is Meek Mill.
Listen to this.
What's the name?
Yes, it was that.
I didn't even know. I heard it too.
This nigga was just like, it was a normal, regular conversation between friends.
No, it wasn't.
And this nigga was like,
we were talking about Diddy or something.
And then he, we're talking pod shit. And this nigga's like, yo, have you heard Meek Mill's tape with Diddy? I'm like, really? I'm like, is that real? I feel like I heard that in Zeitgeist or something. And he's like, yeah, man, that shit real.
I don't know if it's real now. First of all,
so it's not real.
I said the shit. We don't know.
I have no idea.
The shit sounded crazy.
Son, oh my God. I listened to like probably 2 seconds and it was like, what the flying fucking. It's AI. At this point, everything is AI.
Yeah.
Everything is AI.
took a step up in the past week and a half.
And to keep it a buck with you, I really hope it was AI because that shit crazy.
Meek hasn't said shit yet.
You know what's wild to me?
He'll be trying to duck and jump up all these allegations.
God, I feel like if that's your thing, that's your thing, right? You know, because there are people who are bi, and you know that may be a way that they swing whenever they're swinging that way.
I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think it's everything to do with how that shit sounded. That shit was traumatizing.
Very aggressive.
He didn't hear it. He doesn't know what we're
that's
going
what I'm
Who
saying.
didn't hear it?
You heard it?
I heard.
You know, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, it was wild. It was wild. Which is why it was
who has sex like that?
It was so egregious.
What in the primal shit was that?
all right.
No, it was so wild. I was like,
feel so like it's so
we've been on this so long.
No. But you was making a segue. What was you saying this about?
Long story short, the point I'm making here is that like the freaky shit that you think that are like a small portion of people, no, it's actually more people than you think, and that's why OnlyFans and these subsections of sexual deviance is growing in a way that it is. Like it's naive, frankly, to think that like it's only a few people. What's happening is that the deviant shit was always placed on the homosexuals. And what we're finding out now is that everyone, heterosexual, homosexual, animal sexual, everyone is nasty. And you're hearing more about it now. It's just that the heterosexuals was being like a little more discreet about it.
So I feel like, Epstein's thing was he let people be themselves on his island, in his gatherings.
They weren't themselves. He was soliciting children.
Yeah. Well, people were finding out that they were turned on by that, which is bad. All of it. But my point is, that was entrapment. That was to get leverage and weight against various people in various.
You really
levels.
think that?
I know it was, because why would you be having not just people who love it, but dignitaries? We talk about everybody was on your island, from Jay-Z and Beyonce to the Clintons to anybody else.
I'm
that
in
you don't even know.
that you're saying this, because I almost feel like you're capping for this.
I'm so shocked right now.
About Epstein?
Yeah, it feels like you're capping. It feels like you're
no, you're not. You're not hearing
vouching.
I am not vouching. I'm saying
you're saying that either.
That whole brigade, right, was more than likely organized for that reason. Hey, come do your thing, and I got some dirt on you if I ever. Diddy's thing is a bit of that, as maybe or maybe not.
See, I think that's where at least I'm in disbelief about. Is that I don't think he was about entrappment. I think he's just a nasty nigga.
No, he was that. He was that. He was that.
No,
1,000%
I know that. But the point, he was a nasty nigga. Period. No matter what the entrapment wasn't. What I'm saying to you is, it's kind of like a pimp, right? A pimp.
We call Diddy everything in the book.
Because I don't know if we talk about Diddy or Epstein right now. So
we're just talking about like the math that you're trying to math, right? The reality here is that it's like a pimp, right? The pimp is not. I know, Edwin, you want to change subjects. Relax. Yeah, the thing is that a pimp isn't doing that to have dirt on the person that he's pimping out to the person.
That's because you don't know about the pimp.
No, hear me out. It's because he's trying to get paid. Money. That's all it is. He don't give a fuck about you. And then if that was the case, when Epstein got caught, he would have took more people down. The whole list of everybody came down. Did any of those people get arrested?
Epstein is dead.
No, you know why? Because they don't want to take. Because there's too many powerful people. There's this book called Too Big to Fail. They made a movie on it. Think about the concept of too big to fail.
I'm saying it now.
So
you don't know your pimp.
So for me,
you think he only wears the cap of pimp. We think Diddy only wears the cap of pimp.
No. I'm saying he's a partaker, and he found other people to partake.
He's a facilitator.
So wait, going back to just what he said as far as like people's sexual preferences or whatever they might like,
what the fuck?
Doesn't say too much, and it's a small.
What was the word supposed to be?
So I don't know. so him saying that that's only a small facet of that person. If someone is watching child pornography or bestiality, would you want that person around?
You think that's why they did? You think that's why they did that in Texas?
Part of it, I think so, and also to figure out what the fuck is going on, and also to try to get children off of those sites, because supposedly there is a lot of child.
They were saying that
they said that is high.
Yeah, there is a lot of child pornography supposedly on actual Pornhub, because people can self-upload on that site.
So Pornhub did a scrub. I remember when it happened. It came out on Hypebeast.
Dog, if you're looking for it, you will find it. That's the honest truth. So people
you can find anything you want.
Yeah. So honestly, I think that Pornhub is doing what they can, but if you have millions of people uploading every single day,
and you don't have no AI to track,
it's like StockX when they say all the shoes authenticate. You can't catch everything.
You can't catch everything. Yeah, so things do slip through the thing, and there's even those people in the industry that I'm sure have shot women who were underage, but not knowing that they were underage at the time, like girls who will lie about their age. So there's a lot of that happened. So I understand them trying to protect the kids, but there's a lot. I don't think pornography is the way to protect. I think there's a lot of other things.
I think that like I to your point, I agree with you. It's not the only way, but I respect the idea. Because you have to do something. It's better to do something than do nothing.
You know what's wild? They would do this before they would put like a gun registration.
They won't even do stuff for guns.
But why not?
Because they don't really give a fuck. Honestly.
Most of the shootings.
This is the thing they can pass and make it look like they're doing something to run for re-election. But speaking of people who are making things happen, shout out to Future Metro Boomin. Y'all niggas, y'all put it on. Y'all did some shit. Shout out to y'all, man. Because Metro Boomin now has basically put his like stamp as one of the top, I would say top 3 producers in the last couple of years. And I would say this nigga is up there with Hit Boy and who else? I don't even know. But Future isn't going to release 2 albums with him. But Alchemist. The first album that Alchemist, he's not
the last 10 years he been cooking. Don't you dare do that. Don't you dare. Are you kidding?
Currency.
Freddie Gibbs.
You're the only person that still listens to Currency.
Benny the Butcher. Listen,
the Benny the Butcher joint was tight, and the Freddie Gibbs one was tight. But
and everything Currency, everything else that he worked with.
You're the only person that listens to Currency. I have never heard anybody else listen to
Currency. And when you say that, and I'll be heartbroken.
Nobody.
Let me hear it.
You anything from what does he call himself?
I've been quiet for quite some time.
Quite some time. It's been like 34 seconds. It's not that long.
Exactly. He's like, I'm quiet. Look at me. I'm quiet. But other than that,
top 3 producers.
No, I would say he's probably one of the top 3 producers.
Well, I'm gonna put an asterisk on that. Top 3 producers for radio, for trap, for hip hop,
for music. Period.
I feel like I think we overcomplicate things when we do that. Like the reality is, it's like we know what we mean with top 3. Like who is making waves, right? I think it's like him. Tay Keith is doing crazy shit with Sexy Red. Yeah. Motherfucking Hit Boy did nasty work with Nas.
Didn't he?
And I think there's some other folks that are like under the radar. But like, anyway, I think what he did, I'm really happy. You have to sit on that one. I don't know, dog. I mean, Alchemist is dope, but like,
it's fire. Fire is the word you were looking for.
This Metro Boomin and Future album was what I needed. I text you. I said, yo, we got to shoot the pod. Just off the strength of Future coming back out. Yeah. I'm a Future fan. Future's in my top 5 Mount Rushmore of trap rappers. He is in there. Solidified.
What's top 5? We got Gucci in there.
T.I., Jeezy, Gucci, Future.
All the time.
That's 4. Who's number 5? Fuck.
You said Gucci. I don't know.
Jeezy.
I don't know.
That's it.
It's a strong 4.
So what we have to stop doing, Mount Rushmore is 4 people.
Oh, perfect.
So you're good. You're good. Yeah.
You know, why do we think
he said top 5?
I don't know why you did that.
He said top 5. He didn't say Mount Rushmore.
Rushmore. The reason why people do Rushmores is because it's harder, because it's no Diddy. It's only 4.
That was a good one.
Pause. It's perfect placement. Pause.
It's only 4 people. Yeah. But like I was saying, this album is good. And Future hasn't missed a beat in a while, but the fact that this is a petty version of Future that we haven't seen before in a very different, this is an angry version of, this is like,
to hurt.
Yeah, this is a like after the Sierra breakup.
Is it angry because you know what you know? He wasn't angry in this studio.
Yeah, cool. The song was the album was very aggressive.
Yeah,
the album was very aggressive.
I have a question for you. If Future did what we heard he did, which is pillow talk, right? Which caused all this, right? Why is he more mad?
So I
think
that's
what's weird to me, right?
I think he's more mad for the simple fact that these niggas are all Eskimo brothers, but why are you getting in your feelings? But I think part of it is he probably doesn't know what Drake knows. So supposedly the issue is Drake and Metro Boomin.
Let's talk about something. Go ahead, keep on.
Yeah, so the issue is supposedly Drake and Metro Boomin might have been messing with the same girl. And at some point, Metro Boomin's girl told Drake that, yo, Future and Metro have been talking shit about you and they say these certain things about you. And Drake, knowing what he knew, still messed with the girl behind these 2 men's back. Then not only that, he still gave them music, still worked with them, knowing that he knew what he knew, but he was but not only that, he was throwing shots in songs about them. And eventually, I think Future has now caught on, and that's what this album was about. And not only that, honestly, this album should have been called We Don't Like Drake. That's honestly what this album should have been called, because all they did was get a bunch of niggas that don't fuck with Drake and just get them to unfollow him and put him on the album.
That's why Kendrick was on there?
Yes. Kendrick been not fucking with Drake since.
Very calculated.
I mean, they haven't been fucking with each other since Poetic Justice.
Yeah, and not only that, remember when Drake also threw shots at him?
Was it Marvin's Room? Marvin's Room, sorry.
Yeah, Marvin's Room was the song they made, but not only that, Drake also threw shots at him in The Language on that album where he's staring in the sky.
Language was fire.
Yeah,
Nothing was the same. That's top 3 albums.
That's probably his third best album, I think, or second. That might be his second.
So you know what I just thought about what you just said, though, speculating wise, is, let me ask you a question. If a junk come to you and say, I said X, Y, and Z about you, right? And there's no proof about it, do you believe the junk, or do you come talk to me about it?
So that's the thing.
What's your rapport?
It depends. That's the point.
We're Future and Drake. We're Future and Drake. So you have to remember where Future and Drake's relationship started. So Future has always been mad at him since the beginning. So when they hold on, you just
let me tell you.
All right, listen here.
So,
come on.
Let me tell you. So Future first had the song Versace. Drake reached out to him and said, "Hey, I want to be on that."
Future had Versace.
Versace.
That's what
the Migos. Or he was about to do the feature first.
Was it Tony Montana or Versace? It was one of those.
It was Tony Montana.
Whichever one it was. It was Tony Montana.
Yeah.
It was Tony Montana. So once he made the song, Drake reached out. I want to be on it. Drake did a verse. So they shot a video for it. And he told Drake, pull up. Drake said, oh, I'm going to be there. He doesn't show up. So he does another video. He does 2 videos. And Drake says, oh, I'm going to be there for the second one. He then FaceTimes Drake when the video shoot is on, and Drake is in Toronto. So after that, Future goes to a radio station, does an interview, and lets people know, yeah, Drake stood me up. I don't really fuck with that nigga, blah, blah, blah. But
Never knew that. That's tight.
Eventually Drake made it up to him and they became cooler. But remember, if first impressions are lasting impressions. Yeah. If somebody reached out to you to do that, work with you, do music and all that shit, and then he slices you like that and plays you like you were some little nigga, I feel like Future low-key has always tried to one-up him at that point. So I feel like a lot of these guys chase the same women, they deal with the same women, and they get mad when other niggas have a one-up on them. So they pillow talk. And that's what the issue is in the end of the day. And I think that's what's happening.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. I mean, because you just put some shit together. Like,
I mean,
I'll show you that. This thing was Carmen Sandiego with that shit. But listen, I feel like part of what you're saying is true, but I also think that like come on, like we're talking 10 plus years of music and dealing with somebody. So if you're right, right? 10 plus years of being fake on both parties is weird. And then they're both weird, right?
It's not that it's fake.
No, it is fake.
If it's a relationship,
if it's 10 plus years of 2 people truly, if we're going with Edwin's storyline, we're talking 10 plus years of 2 people faking like they like each other.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
I think people do that all the time, especially in the music industry. I do not think a lot of niggas fuck with each other.
The only reason I don't agree with that in this scenario is because, to your point though, if this album should have been called We Don't Like Drake, that means he's really upset now and he wasn't upset with him before. That means, because to be in your feelings,
he might have looked back, he might have looked past things early before.
That's my point, right? So to be in your feelings now means that you've reconciled with whatever disdain you might have had with that person. So that means that the disdain that you're talking about doesn't exist anymore. And then now I'm decided. The point of me saying all that was, at the end of the day, is just that, like, I don't know what's going on with these niggas. And at the end of the day, these niggas are beefing over a jump that might have fucked other jumps.
And she might not even fucking them anymore.
And she could have been lying about what Future said. So that's my point. Like,
so you asked me a question whether I would believe her or believe you. So what I was trying to allude to is, do I know that person's character already? So if I know your character as someone who might be a little shiesty or might be a little petty and talk shit behind my back, then yes, I would believe her. But if I knew that you were an upstanding gentleman and you were cool and me and you have this rapport, then I'm like, this bitch lying.
It's too easy. Sometimes you got friends who are not that.
But can and you
call them friends.
So this woman is lying.
I agree with you. So I'm going to take it a step further for the sake of like conversation, right? So when we're talking about relationships, ultimately, right? If you believed her because you know her character, right? But we've been friends together for 10 plus years, do you still get mad? Because you knew who I was?
I would if I...
Why? If you already knew who I was?
I would if I proposed, hey, let's make another album together, and you say yes, and then instead you go make an album with 21 Savage.
That is a point of contention?
Who's also from Atlanta, and I'm like, bro, we were doing a rollout for What a Time to Be Alive 2. We did that song.
Were they really?
They were. That song that they did in that new song.
The joint with Thames?
No, before that, they did a song that, remember the joint, the music?
You're right about that, because I did think an album was
that was a rollout. Yes,
it was preparing. I felt the energy
when they were doing the soccer shit.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a rollout, and Lil Yachty and him were in the music video. Him and Lil Yachty were like in the.
Oh yes,
I forgot the name of the song.
It was one of my favorite joints.
I don't know. I'm gonna keep it about. I'm biased, so
your Future. I feel like you're agreeing a little bit more on Future's side as far as if you believe a woman over me, then fuck you.
Because I think that, like, not even just a woman. I just feel like I just believe in standing up on real shit. Like, if you're gonna be dissing me and you're harboring these weird ass feelings about me and you're not addressing me, but you're in my face, like, let's keep it up. Like, I'm not saying that what I'm doing is right. I'm not saying what Future did is right, but what I am saying is just like, yo,
life is good.
No, what I'm saying is,
life
like,
is good.
Address me.
Song, yes,
address me.
But a lot of niggas are Eskimo brothers, especially when you are in the entertainment.
No, we know that.
Can I be old? Can I be old for a second?
Sure.
But that's Eskimo brothers?
Yeah.
For real?
You don't know what Eskimo brothers are?
My nigga, I don't use the term.
So I'll explain it. So in Alaska, they all live in Eskimos. And because of the small population, unfortunately, a lot of them deal with the same women. Okay. And they live in the same igloo. So they are Eskimo brothers. So that's where the saying comes from. If you and your homeboy or you and somebody you know slept with the same woman, you guys are Eskimo brothers. So in that situation, a lot of the same rappers deal with the same women. And I do think that it's mad weird that when a girl messes with a rapper, another rapper wants to mess with the same girl.
Chris Brown said about that. He said
it's weird.
He said he used to be one of those niggas. He's like, I realized how dumb and weird that was.
It's weird. And they still do it. And it's why they get in their feelings. Niggas die over that shit. Niggas will fight and make rap beef over that shit.
Would I be wrong if I share like a little secret?
Spit.
Actually, it's both sides. It's, you know how like girls be like, don't tell their girlfriends about niggas or like the nigga they're talking to because they don't want to tell.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
It's because they don't want that girl to go after their man.
That's why they tell don't tell a girl not to tell.
It's the same concept with men.
Yeah,
you tell me that junk here.
Yeah,
what happens? You know the storyline.
Fire.
What they gonna do?
Yeah. Niggas will find out.
So it's weird, but everyone does it.
Niggas are a little bit different because there is almost no attachment unless you're really trying to marry somebody.
Sometimes
they be lying. These niggas be lying.
No, yeah. But listen,
until that same guy that told you he don't care about her,
he
cares, and that's the point. And that's why Metro Boomin is in his feelings.
So ridiculous.
He liked her, and Drake hit, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Ask DJ Drama what happened to his girl. Ask him.
That really happened.
This nigga Drake is a sniper for a reason. I'm not even trying to
But the thing about Drake that's weird is a lot of people don't like Drake. Like, this is not a new conversation.
You're right. Drake is a petty ass nigga. A lot of people don't like him. He's a Scorpio ass petty ass nigga, and I think it's coming back to haunt him. And the fact that Rick Ross, who I feel like he does some of the best collabos with, is no longer cool with him.
I saw that.
Same with Nev. I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah,
Nev is cool.
He's Indian and he was talking about niggas. And like,
no,
Nev
I actually think Nev, when he was saying nigga, was actually fire.
I don't like Nev. But go ahead.
He made good songs back then. But other than that, Metro Boomin, of course, is not fucking with him. And French Montana supposedly is in as well. Kanye West as well.
That's a wow.
I feel like Jay-Z and him are not even on the same page.
He was on this last two, not in the last 2 hours, but they're cool. Them two cool.
You think so? Okay. So other than that, I feel like Drake does have a weird, and I think it always comes back to the women though with Drake. It's not even about him. It's about the fact that you are dirty macking. You're going behind my back and fucking all my women.
You know what this sounds like?
Do you think that's what's happening? Or do you think that Drake is like territorial over these women?
No, I think Drake is being petty because he knows those girls want to fuck with him. And Drake is doing some shit that niggas would do if
leveraging
they were like,
power?
Yeah. So it's like Rick Ross is pushing 50. Rick Ross is pushing 50 years old dealing with 20-year-old women. Do you think they really, if they're hanging out with you,
choose between the two.
Yeah, if they're hanging out with you and then they see Drake is in the same room and Drake is shooting his shot, what do you think is going to happen? As soon as I break up with you,
you think Drake comes in and is like, you really want him or you want me?
Yeah, I feel like Drake is. I feel like Drake does bullshit. And Drake,
this has been documented.
He's the same guy who sang on Melvin's room, talking about that nigga don't really want you come through, even though the girl's in a relationship and playing her voicemails. Come on, son. Drake is that guy.
You made a really good fucking point.
Drake,
but that's a nasty nigga though.
Yeah, Drake is.
No, I don't like that nigga.
Drake is definitely that guy. But the reason why he's also that guy is because these women are also choosing. It's not a fact that they are not. They're not victims.
But what he's doing is he's breaking bro code. What you're doing. Yeah, we get that. We get the women are choosing. That is a fact. Women are going to choose just everybody choose. But the problem is just you coming up behind me. You're fucking up my game, and that's fucked up because we're supposed to be friends.
But do you realize how fragile male ego is? So imagine a man
fuck with everyone's ego.
I don't think it's fragile.
Why?
No. So
if bro code is broken, there's nothing.
I'm gonna tell you this.
That.
So if a guy who probably. So if a guy who possibly hasn't gotten a bad joint at some point finally gets
as a producer, I'm a producer. I haven't got a bad joint.
Yeah, he's a producer. Let's say he's a producer.
Yeah, he could get it.
And he finally got the girl. He got that stripper joint that everybody in Miami wanted.
She upcoming.
And she's upcoming. She's nice. He got her. He told her. He's talking about her. My boy Future made a song about her. Everything. And only for Drake to then slightly mention he went to the club and he spent a rack on her.
So let me ask you a question. Let's get to the bottom of this. Are you telling?
Exactly.
Are you justifying Drake's actions?
Too.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't fuck with that. But at the end of the day, I can see. So
that's all I was wanting to know for real.
It's two parts. So part of it is
character flaw. I was like, I don't. That's Drake's character flaw.
It is and it isn't because
wait. Was this like this or nothing was the same? Was this back then like this back then? It wasn't like this. No, the leverage wasn't there like that.
Drake,
I don't know. But
I feel like Drake is.
I think he's always been that nigga for real.
Yeah, I think Drake has always been Drake. He's been on Degrassi. Anytime a nigga had it's just like Justin Bieber. If Justin Bieber walks in a room and Steve Carell walk in the room, who the fuck you talking to?
I mean, who's there? I'm talking to Steve Carell.
Of course. What?
Justin Bieber?
You're not a bad bitch.
Okay. All right.
Nigga,
But no, so either way, to a point
I
though,
love
like,
that episode of The Office.
I think we should do a 50-year-old virgin.
but nah, I mean, to your point though, I think that Drake is just a foul nigga. Based on your storyline, that's a foul nigga right there.
Honestly,
It's a dirty
look,
nigga.
the only thing I'm gonna justify in Drake's part is if the girl comes to me telling me, look, I'm trying to talk to you, and I'm like, nah, you fucking with my guy Pluto. I'm not good. I'm good off that. Well, I have something to tell you. Pluto don't really like you.
And see,
so if the
and
woman
that's why
starts
Drake
to tell,
might not be wrong.
So if the woman starts to tell you, no, these niggas said this about you, they don't really fuck with you at the end of the day.
That's why I asked
So
the original
bro
question.
code has been broken.
So at that point, Drake,
you don't know that.
Drake, even if he doesn't even want to fuck with her for real, now it's to fuck with you. It's not even about
It's
her.
chess.
She's now being used as a pawn to fuck with
There's
that guy.
There's a huge part of this that we don't know the answer to.
There's so many aspects that we have
There's
no
only
idea.
one. No, there's only one. I asked it already.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you believe, and how do you know that she's lying or not lying?
You gave us
So,
a very good label.
that's
For everybody,
That's all.
to put sense to this, there are 3 songs you should listen to: "More M's" by Drake and 21 Savage, and "Dirty" and Princess Diana on Future's new album. That will put 2 and 2 together for as far as some of the shots that we're talking about, because that's where I got some of the lyrics. They're basically throwing shots on a few different albums. So that's where I got that information from. But other than that, honestly, it's hearsay or he say or whatever.
Hearsay.
Yeah, I mean, this is beyond Future Drake. We're just talking about like people
As men,
Let's
let's just be
men, it's
real.
about people.
Like,
That's
Eskimo
why I asked that
brothers-
question. Like, who do you believe? Like, why? Like, that's the part that's still like I'm still throwing out there.
I
Like,
know
why
guys-
are we still standing on the fact that like Drake is believing this woman? Like, I'm changing the context a little bit because
Just to men in general,
because
yeah.
like, well, why like. If a woman or comes to me and says, "Yo, so such and such," because mind you, the setup was she didn't get her way because he didn't want to hit. Then she comes in with this information.
So
I'm not going to my man. I'm not doing that.
It depends. Like I
She
said,
didn't
it
get away
depends
'cause she
on the
didn't
guy.
get hit.
It depends on the guy and the woman. Honestly, what parties do they represent? Who are they? Who are their characters? Why would I believe a stripper over my man that I've known for 10 years? It
Can I
has
tell you
to.
something?
It will
If
say a
the-
lot
said a
about
lot.
that.
You said a lot, though.
If bro code was strong, it would have never crumbled to this.
Bros
Meaning-
before hoes
yes.
exist, but
If-
niggas choose hoes a lot of times.
But if we choose hoes and then we get over it, and then the next day, you're like,
I mean, I think that's why Future's comments were like, "Yo, we doing this over a bitch."
Yeah.
meaning like get back to the program.
Like, bro, like, and anyway, it doesn't matter. We're done with this shit. We can get
No,
shit
but
done.
I agree with that. But I do think that in some situations, like people here in the DMV always say it's
What's that?
too small. It's because everybody's fucking the same 4 doctors. That's honestly why.
Wow.
And that's the same thing in the rap
I love what
industry.
you did there, my nigga. You were my dog for that. Everyone's fucking the same 4 doctors. Doctors. 'Cause
That's
listen,
literally what's happening in the music industry. So imagine the rapper is hollering at her, but find out she got an NBA nigga she gets flown out by. And the NBA nigga mad because she fucking an NFL nigga. Whole time she got a regular 9-to-5 guy at home waiting for her.
Hey, fellas, at the end of the day,
Make your 6 figures and go home.
at the end of the day, guys,
Make your 6 figures.
be
go
like
home.
Jalen Green.
What? Knock up a 40-year-old and then start balling out?
No. Just be happy with the decisions that you make in life. Ball for your family. I'm doing this for my family. Do this for your family.
that
Stand 10 toes down.
Yo, that nigga
be
dropped-
like Jalen Green.
So
Stand
Jalen
up for your
Green-
family. No, let them Google it.
That nigga Jalen Green dropped
Let them Google
45 and they asked him, how you been playing out of your mind lately? He said, I'm doing it for my family. This nigga 22.
Hey, but look though, and you know what else I like about that man?
What?
He probably was growing up. He lusted over her. He wanted her,
Yeah,
and he got what he wanted.
Lil
His family.
Dre?
He got his family.
That's
Dre's bad. We can't do that.
No, Dre is hella bad.
No, I was talking
My
about
niggas. It's many more women out here. Hit every other type. Dre is a beautiful woman for sure, but she's bad. She's just been on TV a lot. She's just been on Instagram. In front of
No,
her face,
she's been bad. A lot.
organized by what is it?
You like Redbone.
By algos a lot. Algorithms a lot. She's not particularly out of
What are you
this
talking
world.
about? You've never seen me with a red bone. No, you have not.
All right, we'll talk about this off pod.
You see me with one.
What?
But no,
Offline.
but Dre, Offline. That was a work talk.
Yes, it was.
What did I say? Not safe for work.
We'll take this offline.
Lord, nah.
Hold on, let's pivot. We've been on this conversation for a while now.
No, but as men, I think we are the only people who can really speak on this, because I think a lot of women look outside looking in is like, they probably don't understand how men brain works or math or guy math in this situation when it comes to like dealing with women, and how instead of the girls probably think, oh, they're mad about me. It's not about you. You're actually being used to get at him.
I feel like it's two ways.
You know, I told my homegirl the other day.
A nigga would never do that to his mans unless he felt like truly the bond wasn't there.
I think a lot of these niggas, honestly, I think a lot of these niggas are soft. I'll be honest with you. I think a lot of these guys.
I don't know these guys' character.
I low-key want to make 2 points.
Yeah.
The 2 points that I want to make are, men are not who men are when they're with women.
Yes.
That's one. And the second point that I want to make is women have changed in what they need more than men have. So...
Wait, I don't get that.
No, meaning their desires, the things that
they require for a healthy relationship have changed more than what men have. Men want to be... what did we say last round? Sucked.
Oh my God. Young Miami's quote.
I'm being funny, but like, men don't need too much. So the point is with Jalen Green, he might have skipped a few steps. Dre might have fed him a few meals and did what she had to do. And
as a 40-year-old woman, and she knows her way around the kitchen.
She should.
And
it should be a slam dunk for if you're 40. I'm
she slept with a few athletes in her time.
And ball players.
She put it on that little nigga.
And rappers. Remember she turned that boy out. Remember on Breakfast Club, she was like,
she learned a few tricks.
My whole card is deleted. I said, oh my God.
She said that.
So to get off of the last question, I did ask you a question off pod earlier about whether or not, as far as with the individuals that Drake currently is beefing with, which discography are you going to miss more? The Rick Ross and Drake, or Future and Drake?
Future and Drake.
I was looking forward to What a Time to Be Alive. What a time. That's what it is, right?
What a Time to Be Alive.
Part 2 would have been fire. We got a bit of that with the Thames record. Of course. Shout out Thames, you did your thing. But the niggas made
that record is good because of Thames, not because of them.
No.
That record is good because
it's a record
Thames.
because of all of them.
Yes. Don't you do
this
that.
record existed before those guys did.
No. Okay, so melodically, Thames, she's already producing her own music. She carried her own record, and then she helped carry that record. But they still made that in a rap version of whatever I Will Wait For You is. Future and Drake made it fire. And if we just had more of that.
I can't give them that too much credit on that one. But as far as...
What do you even mean you can't give them too much credit?
I'm going to just say, as far as the discography situation, for me, I definitely think that Rick Ross and Drake have a better discography in Future than Drake. I feel like quality is better than quantity.
That's when you're being delusional.
That's all.
I mean, but I said this to you off the pod too. That is not the same question.
By the way, this champagne keep making me burp.
You just said, which one would you miss more?
Yeah, like, and that's why I keep harping on that. Like, we're talking about two different things.
What would you miss more?
Which one I miss more? I'm gonna miss Future and Drake because you know it's the closest one to me.
What a Time to Be Alive? You never listen to Mike. You never listen to What a Time to Be Alive? That hard?
Of course I did, but I don't listen to Big Rings anymore.
Yeah, but this is 14 tracks. But you know, I listen to fucking Diamonds Dancing. I listen to Jersey. I listen to Redemption. I listen to like,
Digital
what are you talking
Dash.
about? I listen to Digital Dash. Like I'm listening to The Plug. I'm listening to.
You're still listening to that?
Yeah, I'm The Plug. Like, what are you talking about?
Kidding?
You're tripping.
Stop that.
Because
and that's just the album.
You must have just looked that up.
My shit is like
that's cap.
The reason I'm saying
I have memory too, and now you saw me play it.
The reason I'm saying that is because you said you didn't miss more. Drake and Rick Ross have not made music in so long.
Don't let me pull out
Drake and Rick Ross have not made music in a long time. So when you say which one miss more, I haven't heard it in forever.
If we're talking about, currently...
If you're talking about who made better music, okay, fine.
Currently, right now, of course, we don't want the Rick Ross, the fat-ass Rick Ross who's selling lemon pepper. That's all we're going to get. We don't want lemon pepper wing Rick Ross right now. I want heavyweight set nigga who was doing jumping off of bridges and shit with a Khaled. That's the Ross I want to make records with Drake. Austin Martin music, stay scheming. Gold Roses.
He's such a
Lord
loser.
knows.
He wrote this.
I took a screenshot, nigga.
He built his argument.
But
Free
he
Spirit,
built his argument.
Money in the
That's
Grave.
10 years old.
Come on,
It is.
son.
These songs.
But wait. We're not going to write it off just because it's old.
No. Yes, we are. You know why? Because he said which
Classics.
I
said, which one would you miss?
Listen, which one do you miss more? In order to miss something, it means it had to be presently around, right? Because that's what it means to miss it. Because it's gone.
Subjective, my bro.
No, it's not.
It's highly subjective.
He said, which one are you going to miss
Anyway,
more? The reality, no, you're not going to anyway, my ass. Shut up. Hold on, relax. The point, like, relax.
No Diddy, my G. No Diddy, my G. What's going on here?
When you say you missed something, it means that it was around and now it's gone.
Yes.
Rick Ross and Drake have been gone for more than 5 years.
But you know, he said
Drake,
no.
yes, they have.
The Drake.
Go ahead, pull it up.
No, the recent Drake.
2019. What happened in 2019 that they did?
No, whatever he played most recently.
No,
whatever they produced most recently.
I don't really care enough about this conversation.
Don't do that.
See? But he has a list. But he has a screenshot of the list. That's how niggas do. No,
you cared.
No, dog.
You cared. Don't you do that.
Don't you lie.
No, he found a date now. He found a date now.
No, I did. I've been found a date, but I didn't care enough. I'm just saying I prefer Rick Ross and Drake songs
statement.
compared to Future and Drake.
With respect,
that's a different
Speaking
statement.
of 2019, we have Gold Roses featuring Drake on Rick Ross's album. I forgot.
What album was that?
I don't know.
Did it flop? Probably.
Wait. Even if it flop, I probably
anyway,
listen to that track over and over.
It was fire.
I'll say this: Edwin has an ear, right? And you have an ear too. And in that,
Don't play with me, motherfucker.
He just sat here.
Don't play with me, nigga.
motherfucker. He cussed like a white person. He cussed like he just started cussing yesterday. Don't play with me, motherfucker.
English.
the R's be hard.
You know what?
English.
That nigga sound like one of the wrestlers coming out on stage. Yeah. He's about to run to the stage.
Down the rap.
You damn jabronis. Shut your ass
Hey,
up.
The Rock doesn't want to be black. Can we be real about that?
Oh, Lord.
He doesn't want to be black. What do you mean?
He's trying to take over the WWE and they giving him racism and he mad.
That's actually wild that he left and then it got a little more Trumpy.
He's trying to come in and they're like,
they're giving him a bad.
You're a nigga. I'm sorry. You cannot come in here and
that's
take
the new
over.
generation. Nah, he needs to get back in there and show him what it is.
Can I ask you a question? Okay, we're going to side pivot.
We have so much.
No, that's not going to pivot real fast. You'll see what I'm going to do real quick. So speaking of like people that don't want to be black, but are kind of like whatever it could be, do you think the black community puts too much like credence on JT? Justin Timberlake?
Yes, please say that because there's only one JT in this world, and that's the dark-skinned beauty that left City Girls. So JT is
being mad disrespectful right now to my man,
so I'm gonna tell you like this
because I like this music.
I love Justin Timberlake's music, but unfortunately, when I did listen to the new album and just the Tiny Desk, it just made me realize that
it's not that
a lot of JT's love and stuff was because of black production from Timberland.
There we go. Come on.
So without that, I really did not gravitate towards the new music.
Y'all wildin'.
For the last two albums.
If Timberland was this great, why didn't he get somebody else to sing these same songs?
He could have found another white boy who was in a boy band that already has a fan base that already
exactly.
grew.
There's a sound.
No. I see what you tried to do there. We're not gonna let that slide.
Why would
not gonna let that
Speak
slide.
on it.
Because the reality here is that JT needed Timberland because that's why his album is not doing
I hear
well.
you.
It's not the other way around. Timberland is still here today.
I hear you. And
So Timberland didn't need JT. JT needed no, because what you said was if he was so great, then why did Timberland not get another white boy?
No,
it's not that.
I never said the white boy, but I get what you're trying to say that I said.
Same thing.
What I was trying to land a plane on was
okay, go ahead.
The production between the two, the end product is so great as a pop / hip hop, I guess you can call it.
No, there's no hip hop about that guy.
Okay, yeah. So it's not hip hop, but it's hip hop friendly, right? It's pop, it's pop, but it's hip hop friendly.
All right.
It's almost like who else could have done? You know what? Okay, so this is what I was thinking before I even got to tell y'all. Is giving.
Did you listen to the new album?
Yes, I did.
You liked it?
Yeah, yes, I like Justin Timberlake though.
So Conditions was the only good song on that.
I tried to listen to it.
I couldn't I didn't really like it. I need
to give it more
So
listens.
what I did was put it on shuffle, and when I put it on shuffle, Conditions came on and I was like, okay, I like this. This joint was good. But other than that, everything else and Conditions is literally the last track.
Fuck.
So imagine if I had to listen to all 18 before I got to number 19.
Y'all are biased.
No, I tried.
You know what? I am.
Because
you know what? Just all I think about when I see
no.
Uh-huh.
So
DMV, beat your feet.
Stop.
That's all I think of. Like, and I can't get it out of my head.
So
Like,
for me,
You need to let this man live, bro.
So for me, what happened was that what sobered me up and what I realized was that when I listened to the new album, then I listened to his Tiny Desk like later. I was like, I was jamming.
it was different.
I was jamming. I was like,
right?
yo,
Of course you
body.
two would be jamming.
What?
Because it was Timberlake and it was Pharrell.
I'm bringing sexy
Well,
back.
that's
Yo,
effing
this nigga
fire.
JT.
Yes.
No. Y'all don't understand.
That's
JT,
magic.
no,
That's magic.
listen. JT was the nigga who was dissing all his girls and putting other girls in his videos to diss them. This guy was different. He was dissing Cry Me a River, dog.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Nasty work.
Come on. Then he had Scarlett Johansson in his other video.
And then he had 50 Get on the remix.
Come fit. Hey, yo. Try to
No,
take.
it's about the Primary remix.
Oh, yeah, that joint. That started the Ayo. But nah.
That was terrible. But listen, the point is, like,
I think you guys are showing yourselves. You're showing that.
I mean, listen,
you
the guy-
are a fan of our producers, which is bomb. I can't even hold you. I am too.
That
But
nigga
I'm
was
just-
wearing a lumberjacket. What did you relate to?
you listen to the.
It's not for me to relate
what's
to that. That's not what music is only about. I'm
So
being
I think-
exposed to
You're right.
more.
So one thing about Justin Timberlake that I think he's finally accepted. I remember for years.
That is white man.
Yes, and also not only
He married
that,
Jessica Biel. Have you seen her?
I know.
she's white. So not only that, she's not even a bad white joint, but that's
She was cool. She was
She's
good.
regular.
For the 2000s, she was
very-
good.
But to regular to them be bad.
Hey, listen, he should
she
have.
had to be.
You know what Justin Timberlake? You know what I think?
he
Is?
should've-
People think that Justin Timberlake is Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling did it right.
Eva Longoria. What's her name?
Eva Longoria?
No,
It's Eva Mendes or something like that. It's Eva Mendes. Eva Mendes.
Man, the point I'm making here. You understand the point. You get the point. You get the point.
You a nasty boy.
You get the point. Like, that's who I think JT is. And he's not that guy.
He's not.
He's the guy in the woods with his lumberjacket and his.
Literally.
You know what this reminds me of? Back in the day, right? Justin threw this party. It was a birthday party. He called it a white trash party. Everybody came in white.
Justin Timberlake?
Yeah. It was on E Hollywood and all of that. But it was a funny time.
Wow, you used to watch you with your parents. He said E Hollywood.
It might have been. It was something like that.
Entertainment Tonight. ET.
Nah, it wasn't ET. It wasn't
TMZ.
E Hollywood.
Live
E Hollywood was
now
on
does
like
it.
VH1. It was on VH1. Y'all wilding right now, and I did watch Entertainment Tonight.
I know you did, 'cause you-
But that's not what Justin Timberlake was a kid. He wasn't even on his own by that time. But listen,
Go.
at that time, so basically he threw this party, and he's very much so his own Caucasian self. You know what I'm saying? Threw this party. It's called a white trash party. Everybody was in white tees and blue jeans or some type of denim. And you know what the food was at this party? Mayonnaise and bologna sandwiches. But it was on theme. It was on brand. He got a whole bunch of loaves of bread, and he's like, "Listen, we just gonna party like we're white trash." And it was a play, right?
I can't do it.
It was a play. It was funny, but it wasn't that he was being racist because it never came out that way. But it was more like, "Nigga, I'm white," or
So
he didn't say nigga, but you know what I'm saying. He said something.
The thing about Justin
I don't get the
Timberlake.
guy.
So the
I'm
thing
good.
about Justin Timberlake. So I'm gonna leave this real quick. But the thing about Justin Timberlake that I think he's finally realized is that he's not that guy anymore, or he isn't, because
He knew that when he tried to beat his feet.
But not even just that. Not even just that. It was like for years he kept trying to deny the NSYNC reunion. Now this nigga's on whole tour. He's now on a whole tour with them niggas because he realized at this point
those are people.
it is what it is. I'm washed. I wouldn't say he's washed.
He's not
up.
washed. Can I tell y'all
Future
something?
Sex Love Sounds is amazing.
I listened to this album.
It's a beautiful
and
album.
I know. I listened to
Justified, another great one.
what's the name of this last album?
Whatever the fuck it was called,
But
I don't
listen,
know. But Conditions is a good song. It'll be on the playlist. Shout out to the playlist that I curate because my co-host continues to forget to send me songs.
Guilty. But listen, moving on. Speaking about white people that want to be with black people,
Everything I know.
Jake Paul.
Wow, wait.
Oh, that's a good. You like you?
Hey,
Look
come
at
on.
you.
Come on.
I would have
son.
given you like that was a
Come on,
layup.
son. If we're close,
Yeah.
I would've
Wait.
dapped you up. I would have dapped you up.
Hold on. I'm about to cherry pick it back on the other side of the court. I didn't know. Playing on which I said about Justin, his album name is Everything I Thought I Was.
I know, what happened?
Or Everything I Thought It Was. Which is funny because it's almost like I thought it was that I was the center of this genre or the side genre.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'm saying the title of the album
The Woods?
is lending itself. No, Everything I Thought It Was.
Oh,
That was. I didn't even know the name of the album.
I just had to go back.
Go back to white people.
so Jake Paul is about to get beat up by Mike Tyson.
Wait.
I feel like it's too easy. I feel like
I'm
it's
sorry,
too easy.
I'm
I feel like it's
sorry.
too
Hold on, who you betting on?
I'm sorry. Look, Jake Paul ain't lost yet.
Hey, listen.
And this nigga keep winning. If I was a betting man and he continues to win the way he's been winning,
Mike Tyson?
So Mike Tyson is 56 years old.
Son, he can still throw with the best.
I'm gonna say this.
Punching an empty bag is very different than punching a 26-year-old.
Jake Paul has been fighting tired players.
I'm gonna say this. Hold on. I'm gonna say this.
He's not about to knock down Mike Tyson.
It's money, bro.
No. Mike Tyson, if you ever watch Mike Tyson fight, back in the day, the reason he's not like undisputed, I know, this shit's empty, is because
No, anymore.
When he rushed you and he hit you one of them haymakers, you was out, right?
Okay.
So the point that I'm making here is that when Mike Tyson lost to like Lennox Lewis and them, it's because Lennox Lewis was boxing the shit out of his ass. So I'm still putting money on Mike Tyson because I think he'll rush him and get his ass.
Okay.
But if Jake Paul pieces him enough times because he's 57 years old, then he might win. But if Mike Tyson catches him, he's going to knock his head off.
I'm about to change both of your minds. Did you guys read the rules of the fight?
No, I'm just...
Okay, so let me tell you the rules.
Fuck you,
Jake
dog.
Paul gets to wear a head helmet. And Mike Tyson, wait, listen. Mike Tyson also doesn't get to wear one.
This is a minstrel show.
Then not only that, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul can also tag in his brother to help him, Logan Paul, for whatever reason. I don't know why, but he can tag in his brother to jump into the fight. There's other weird...
What buffoonery is this?
There's other... It's an exhibition fight. It's not a real fight.
I know that, but
so they're going to bullshit this fight. This is not a real fight. So we're going to buy it. We're going to watch it.
I'm not paying for it.
It's mad
Come to my house.
I'm a bootleg it. I'm not going to bootleg it. I'll find it, though, online. But anyway, yeah, I think it's going to be whack, honestly.
Man, I was so excited. I wanted to see that.
Once I heard the rules, I was like, that's stupid.
Deflated.
They're basically protecting him, and basically Mike is taking all the risk at 50-something years old because not only is he older than him, but he was also one of the greatest of all time, for Christ's sake. And we know that nigga hits like a fucking
train,
rhino,
still.
like
Max truck.
The trainers are still scared.
Like a ship
I saw the video of him at his age hitting the train, like the little bag, and the trainer's like, "Oh yeah, good." Like the nigga was backing up. I'm like,
because some shit still hurt.
I do not. Yeah,
yes.
Like once you're a boxer, you're still a boxer. I be seeing you. You ever notice that whoever's training these younger boxers is always some old ass nigga, and they respect the fuck out of him because his hands is different.
But
his hands is different.
Mike Tyson always said that his thing is that he wants to kill you. Yeah. So he comes in with this different kind of... He's not that Mike anymore. He's also no. He has a weed farm. Let's be clear. He may not be that Tyson anymore because he's not young anymore, but his brain... It's like... I don't think
he has that killer instinct like that anymore. He's a pacifist.
No, it's like sports. No, it's like sports. Just because your mind wants to do certain things which your body won't allow you to. So I feel like... I think he wants to be...
Mike is more of a pacifist now lately, though. I don't feel like he's going to be on some like, I'm going to kill you.
That's because he's talking to you. He was a pacifist with all these other women he was with. Like
women?
Yeah, he was chill. Like, no, women used to love Damien. No, I'm not being funny when I make that statement.
Used to love what?
When he was like dating women, like back in the day,
he was beating women too. You know that,
one woman that we know. It's one. Like, relax. Like, see, you see what? Damn.
Why you fly off with that
Damn.
one? Where was you going, sir?
No Diddy.
Why is that no Diddy? That's crazy.
He wasn't beating women. I apologize.
Anyway.
It was one woman.
Oh, all right.
One is enough.
Speaking of comebacks. Come on.
Segue King.
Come on. Speaking of comebacks, Big Sean came back out. He's on Tiny Desk. Honestly,
that was a good Tiny Desk.
I feel bad for him, bro, because the reality is that he had a really good rollout. He did a Tiny Desk.
You know who can say Big Sean?
And he dropped a song on. He dropped a new song on Tiny Desk, and it got overshadowed by all of the shit we talked about for 30 minutes.
Yeah, honestly, I think his drop was just...
It was perfect.
It sucked. No, it wasn't.
No, it was perfect. It's just the wrong timing. It was perfect.
Yeah, it would have been perfect if Future...
Okay, that's what you get.
Yeah, it wasn't perfect because Future dropped, and not only did Future drop, Kendrick dropped that verse, and it just destroyed everything that he had coming out. And unfortunately, he did a freestyle, and then he did the Tiny Desk, then he did the actual release of a single all in the same week that all these albums came out, all these things came out. It was just too much.
You know what this reminds me of?
He just couldn't pass through it, unfortunately.
I mean, he couldn't. And the song wasn't good enough.
And the song is good. No, the song
wasn't good enough, I said.
I feel like it was
too
good.
chill. It's too chill. The aggression that Kendrick
it was good. He mentioned the big three in the song.
Yeah, but it was
like he was trying to like.
It was chill, Edwin. Cut it out.
Yeah, it was. Big Sean is too safe, man. He's a good guy. He's a cool guy. He looks like a chubby Omarion.
You know what
he looked like.
I'm gonna say something, and I'm gonna regret it, but I just feel like, is this because he is with Jhené Aiko? Is this a tone down?
No, I think the Jhené Aiko thing.
Chillness?
Yeah, no,
he's the twist.
No, she on some safe shit. She's the kind of girl.
I think we have to understand that people are lying.
You know, she marinates that shit in like stones and shit.
Yeah, but he's into that too.
Yeah,
I think he is now.
No, he's been into it. I don't want to get into the storyline, but he's been into it.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Just like you have your screenshots. Motherfucker.
I was going to say.
Who says motherfucker like a white person now?
That might have been an ode to you, to be honest.
Yeah, it was. But I was also trying to be funny with Samuel Jackson. You know, Samuel Jackson's always like, motherfucker.
Yeah. That was funny. I was going to say, Edwin, the thing you said about the boy Sean, it reminds me of the NBA season when you get in, you think your roster going to be tight, or other franchises is looking crazy, and then inevitably somebody's going to get injured. It's Ja Morant looking like he's going hold on.
Out of the big three, ain't nobody getting injured, so he's going to have to take one of them out.
Who cares about that? Because it isn't just that they are there. It's just that there's other like noise, entertainment wise. So they're there. Then you got Future and Drake and Metro Boomin. Their noise.
It's too much.
It's a lot, but the good rosters still persevere through all of that. You can't allow for everybody else's random injury to overcome your season. You got to be able to make it through that. So it's to say, Big Sean is a great rapper.
Big Sean does not control the algorithm.
He doesn't what?
He doesn't control the algorithm.
He doesn't. So right now he's trying to jump in and he's trying to make himself relevant, and unfortunately he can't.
Did you listen to Detroit too?
I didn't finish.
Did you like Detroit too? I didn't really like it.
I'll say this: I like the song.
I didn't mind
My
it.
boy Bishop sent me both albums last week, and I had to like reminisce. Like, which album did I even like from him in the last 2 years?
But I'm saying that to make a point, though, right? Detroit 2 came out 3 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was 2019.
It came and went.
Yeah, it wasn't that. And the fact that he named it Detroit too. Detroit was a fire mistake. Remember those days,
bro? Detroit was
super
so
duper
good.
rap, all that shit he was doing.
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm
God.
still a Big Sean fan. I love Big Sean.
With Big Sean.
I'm still listening to Big Sean's album when he drops music. I'm just thinking.
And Big Sean has some great. So I had to remember.
He has so many more hits.
He had some great verses. I'll never forget when Jay-Z heard him on. What was the joint that Jay-Z, him, and Kanye were on? Click. And Jay-Z heard his verse, and Kanye was like, fire. I could take it off of it. And because Jay was like, I'm going to get on this. And he was like, I could take his off. And Jay was like, no, he was good. Keep him on.
Yeah.
So to get Jay's fucking
cosign.
2 Chainz is still begging for a Jay verse.
No, he's not begging for it.
He is.
He wants it one. He can get one. He's not begging for it.
2 Chainz is kicking the air right now.
No, he's not.
Him and Pusha T. I want some.
Well, Pusha T has a bunch of Jay verses.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
He said Pusha T. What?
Pusha T has Jay.
Yes.
No, I'm talking. Pusha T is kicking the air because he can't beef with Drake. That's what I'm saying.
Because he killed Drake.
He could kill about.
So speaking about white people, once again,
I'm looking at myself in the mirror.
Speaking of white people, let's pivot one more time.
Why would you talk about white people?
Ready? Shout out to Cowboy Carter.
Cowboy Carter.
And she's not a white person, but we're talking about a black woman that is disrupting the quote unquote white genre.
I think.
I mean, how did you feel about Cowboy Carter?
I liked it. I fucking liked it.
I'm not done listening, but I liked it. Bodyguard is fire. It's the most country sounding song I've heard so far. I was listening to everything in the beginning. Just sounded like it was a warm up, like it was a slow. I'm
just gonna call it what it is. Me and Edwin about to look at the songs.
You haven't heard it yet?
Yeah, we did, but we don't remember anything.
I don't remember.
No,
shit.
I only remember Bodyguard because I was just like,
so
Protector's cool. It's
I know one joint that I like.
I like the song Miley Cyrus.
Spaghetti was fire because she was rapping. It reminded me of that one track she had. I'm from the A. Is the one joint she did? Whatever.
You must be stopped.
Yeah. I was trying to find that.
Yeah,
here we go.
But anyway, I like Spaghetti, Blackbird, Levi jeans with Post Malone.
That was actually pretty good.
Yeah, Post Malone, skinny Post Malone, low key is on a run that nobody. He's always been on a run though.
He's never fell off. People don't know that.
He never fell off, but he got weird. That's
he
looked weird.
No, what happens? He was on drugs and alcohol, and he got healthy.
And then he lost hella weight.
Yeah, he's on Ozempic too.
It's always weird that the Ozempic look. That's what it probably is.
There's a look for Ozempic?
Yes.
It's quite skinny with a big head.
It's quite
it's very skinny.
Star Jones was the original Ozempic
person. That girl from our school that looked like that. Oh, from college.
Skinny with a big head.
I'll send you. I'll DM you. Never mind. I might.
Anyway,
but Sweet Honey Buckin', that shit. You know what she said on that song that made me just say, I'm downloading this album. What? She was like, ass is cornbread Fred. I was like, bet. She said, ride it like a horse. That's all I needed.
She didn't say that.
She did. She said, ride it like a horse. I was like, bet. That's all I needed to hear.
So because I'm not up on like country music, apparently Jolene was a big deal because she changed
Jolene is great.
because
Jolene,
she changed the
yes.
lyrics to Dolly Parton's song.
Yes.
She
Dolly
paid
Parton
homage to
introed the
Dolly
joint.
Parton.
She introed it.
Yeah.
Dolly Parton's all over the album.
Yeah,
Well.
because that's why
Yeah. She's doing intros, like talking intros.
You know
to
she was
songs.
I heard the intro to the Jolene
paying
joint.
homage to her. That's why she wore the big hair, breasts was up, like.
Dolly Parton also was an advocate for Black women and Black people during her time.
Yep.
Yeah, like she did. Dolly Parton
My
was
boy
that
Chris
chick.
is actually putting me on. He's like,
Shout
Dolly
out
Parton
Dolly.
is actually like.
She was a pioneer.
She was the front line. Yeah,
she was a pioneer.
Yeah.
And she was bad as fuck back in the day. Like bad. If you see old pictures of her, you will be very surprised. She had like 3 divorces. Like niggas was lining
the bad
up.
joints do.
But honestly, like, were y'all not shocked? Well, I was shocked because I listened to Beyonce.
I was shocked as
27 tracks is a lot for Beyonce.
Hey, it was 27?
27 tracks. It's a lot.
I did not know it was 27. I had my shit on shuffle. I didn't even know when it ended.
30 damn tracks. So like, I like Two Hands to Heaven. Old Louisiana was good. Levi Jeans was dope. Two Most Wanted. But I'm a Miley Cyrus fan. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. When she did that joint, Michael Made It. Fire.
You are an idiot for saying that.
Yep.
Everybody felt like
anyone that's like, oh, Miley, she did her. Miley been that. Like y'all are tripping. Miley been that.
Miley was race baiting.
Anytime I hear Miley,
yeah, that's what. Shout out to Beyonce using those same white people to get back. Post Malone used this and Miley used this, so she said, you know what? I'm gonna use y'all too.
I mean,
shout out to her for that.
If Beyonce gets the #1 country album, dog,
she's a game changer.
But you know what's crazy? Beyonce said this is not a country album, this is a Beyonce album. And I believe that because there are songs that very much give melodic.
One is just real R&B.
But it's funny, like even the songs where she's like
Beyonce.
singing and it's really melodic. There's like country elements, like you'll hear horses galloping and the claps. Like the album is good, dog. I was surprised. I was cranking that joint.
That's because y'all don't listen to Beyonce. Like Beyonce is a master at her craft. Like I've been saying this for like forever. I keep telling you, listen to her album.
So I don't think Beyonce. I feel like Beyonce doesn't make albums for me, but I like good music.
Io said something really important earlier, right?
His name's Izzo, nigga.
Shut up.
It's both.
He doesn't care here. Listen. The point is that he said something really important earlier. He's like, you asked him if he relates to it. He's like, it doesn't have to because I like the music. I like music. And I think that that's what the problem with men and sometimes in general. But like in general, like, yo, like if the music's good, it doesn't mean you're going to listen to it all the time because you don't relate to it. But if it's good, like the woman doesn't miss.
She doesn't. I gotta agree.
She has a formula. She's sticking to it.
She don't miss.
I like the album. I can't even front. I liked it, and I was very surprised that I liked it as much as I did.
So,
but speaking,
I think that B.
Hold y'all.
I think that she.
I'm not wearing.
I'm not wearing no damn.
Wait. Just hear me out.
Actually, I'm corny.
Hear me out. Go ahead. I went. Remember like 3 pods ago, I went to a hoedown.
You what?
And I laughed at you.
I know, but
where were you?
I went to a party. One of my boys
in Maryland. In Maryland?
Well, yeah, one of my boys had a birthday party.
He was in Pasadena. Where was you at?
No, here in DC.
Oh, no, you wasn't. No, you wasn't.
DC is very wild lately, by the way. But one of my friends actually had a party, and we all dressed up as cowboys and shit like that. Oh. That shit was fire. Have you ever seen that TikTok where the guy's at the rodeo dapping all the 10s? Bro, the rodeo is where it's at in Houston. We have to make a trip and do some research. It is great.
Wait. I'm trying to come back home.
We are going to come back home. Golly.
No.
We're going there for research. I mean, it is literally a rodeo.
Houston, very much so, a large African-American population.
Yes,
I hear that. I like that. But I'm just saying, if we're going to go to a rodeo.
My brother lives in Houston, so I'm visiting my brother.
I'm down to go to Texas.
Your last Houston trip, this nigga came with the biggest smile. I was having fun in Houston.
All I'm saying is they didn't want Beyonce to make a country album. You think they're going to let us be in the Houston rodeo bar?
I couldn't go that year, but damn if I did.
Let's go to Dallas in a couple weeks.
Off the pod.
Let's take this offline.
offline. But nah, speaking of other things we gotta take offline or just talk about, this is a terrible segue actually. I was gonna talk about one last JT. Shout out to JT from City Girls because she is doing a solo tour. I just want to give her a shout out because I'm hearing that great reviews of her solo tour and her music is being well received by all the people. Yeah. All her shows are like small venues.
She has an album that's solo?
No, she has a bunch of singles, like just regular singles.
Okay.
And she's basically been, I guess she's trying to differentiate.
So she's doing
She's
small
smart.
venues.
She got away. She got the fuck away from Carisha.
So she's doing 14
Carisha
shows.
was good.
Yeah.
She was good. She was good.
And Carisha's not good right now.
On Carisha,
So,
please, when
she's
she
bad
got
for
the
business.
alarm or the award for 1 year of whatever
Podcasting. This nigga, Diddy bought that.
We know. It's a little good.
Wow, relax. Don't
No Diddy.
relax.
What am I saying? Wait.
No
But I like Carisha and I like JT. But like, I mean, I think Carisha's a great personality.
He loved Carisha. I'm right on
How
the
can you
JT.
not love
I think
Carisha?
when you're in a group, it's important to go solo sometimes.
But I think what's
You
going to
do.
happen.
And I
think
think she's
they
the
broke
one.
up. But I don't think they broke up though. I think they knew who they were. I mean, like,
I think
I
this
think-
is par for the course.
I think
they'll
JT
come back together though.
I think JT's always wanted to rap.
yeah.
And I feel like
JT
this is
said
her
Carisha
now
didn't
finally.
want to.
And I love the fact that JT's now going off on her own, making music with other people outside of City Girls to actually show that
depth,
I can
the
do
range.
this shit.
Yeah.
And I love it. She has a song right now with a dance band. I forgot their name, but it's really popular right now.
It's a terrible song. I listened to it today.
It's not for us.
You know what she need? She need to get with Alchemist.
Oh my God.
Griselda work with Alchemist.
This nigga wants to listen to 2003 New York rap.
Yo,
You listen
imagine
you listen to Dave East, don't you?
Y'all need to
Bro.
love Dave East.
Oh my God.
From Baltimore, Dave East?
That nigga doesn't even
is so much
claim
fun.
Maryland.
It doesn't matter. We know.
You know, Salam says she grew up with that nigga.
I mean, Jordan. Never mind. Let's just say somebody's name.
Oh,
I'm dropping names.
No, I'm not.
I don't.
No, I just dropped some names.
He did,
but she don't even listen to this podcast.
But listen, can I do a quick hit? It's not on the list.
Yeah,
Quick
sure.
hit at concerts. So Maxwell's going on tour with Jasmine Sullivan and somebody else. I actually got tickets to that.
That's
gonna be,
fire.
That's gonna be a great concert.
Yeah. When is it coming here, or are you traveling for it?
It's coming here. I don't know. We'll put the dates out somewhere. But like, Google it. I don't know. I'm going to Philly for it to answer your question.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to go to Philly. Honcho is on tour.
Stop talking about him, please.
He's really dope.
No, he's not. You didn't even put him on the.
Are you talking about
Moving
dude
along.
that was on the Kanye whatever?
Nobody listens to him.
No. Some markers.
I actually found out that I have a Honcho song on my phone, but isn't that kind of cool?
So
He's
I'm not
featuring on
trying
somebody's
to. You're
site.
talking about Honcho more than I want to. So let's
Okay.
move on. and then you have a song on your phone. The Capital Jazz Festival is coming up. He be playing with me. I don't know why he does this shit. There's the Capital Jazz Festival, which is going to be dope. It's a 3-day festival in Columbia at the
no, I gotta go there. I gotta go there.
Gregory Porter's going to be there.
In August or what?
I don't know the dates. Google it. But I'm just letting y'all know there's some really cool shit happening in the summer. And I think for me, the reason I'm mentioning it is because I'm a person that likes going to small venues, going to shows, like going to jazz shows, live in music. And I feel like we're finally get back. Or maybe it's just me, but I feel like we're finally get back into our
Speaking
groove.
of concerts, you fucked up. You were supposed to send me the Shalakba and
I don't know how to spell that. You have to tell me offline. Let's do something.
No, there was
Not
actually there's
I forgot.
Shali Poppy and somebody else. They're supposed to be on the Nigerian Nightmare tour. And
Oh, really?
I wanted
In
to
the
go.
States?
This
Did you
nigga
go?
found very good tickets, and I can't find those tickets.
I forgot.
right now.
I was
This
looking
nigga
at
forgot
festivals.
about me. I actually need those tickets. But shout out to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, my goal this year is to go to a bunch of.
I went to the Burna Boy concert. None of that people in the African community liked it, but I loved it. It was a really good time.
They've been to too many. That's
I've been to a few
I think
too,
that's the problem.
but I've been to all of
And
not saying it
also
was
the
a bad
last album
performance.
was
I know, but
the
I'm
last
just saying that's
album
an
wasn't that
excuse.
good.
yeah, that is the excuse. Yeah.
You've been to one Burner show. You've been to them all.
That's not true.
Yeah, but then the
He
groove is
hasn't been to
different
any
from
Burner
the-
shows yet, but I've
Yes,
been to,
I have. Are
Where
you
you
kidding me?
seen
I've
that?
been to two of them.
Which ones? Because you went when I was there.
I have actually.
Just nigga.
I don't have to lie. I have.
Okay. So anyway, I went to the Burner show. That was really dope. And there's a lot more shows coming up.
I went to one in Silver Spring and one in Capitol Arena.
Okay, girl. I
been to
know
them
it wasn't Capitol Heights. That's the wrong burner, my boy.
We don't do things in the Heights.
Yo.
Unless anyway.
But speaking of people, but real quick though,
Go ahead.
speaking of throwbacks, I do want to mention Fabolous is also on a historic. Well, I wouldn't say historic, but he has been putting out some music lately, and I fuck with Fabolous.
Same.
I just think that for whatever reason,
Fabolous.
he made us learn how to spell
dude.
Fabulous wrong. But
Right.
but shout out to him. He has been putting out music since his breakup to that Latina girl.
Emily B?
Music has been really good.
Him and Emily B not together?
Look at the
Long
way
time.
Nah, they're not together anymore.
It's
He
like
punched
2
out her
years.
fucking teeth, bro. But
Oh my God! Why do you do this?
All right, I'm
that
sorry.
was
I'm
unnecessary.
sorry. I'm
That was
sorry.
unnecessary.
No,
This might be the
Diddy.
perfect time for a laboratory break.
hey, this is the way I'm apologizing now. No Diddy. No Diddy. No Diddy.
Laboratory
No
break.
doubt. but nah, Fabolous did put out a bunch of freestyles and he has videos for all of them with his new shorty, by the way, in the video.
Oh, really? I
His,
know
his
that.
baby mama was
Look at you being a super snooper.
You know how-
TMZE.
But,
can we pose? Go ahead. Finish your thought. I got a question.
So basically, I just want to say shout out to Fabolous because as far as rap goes,
Yeah.
he has been the most consistent rapper I have literally listened to since I was probably like 15.
Yeah, that's his thing.
And not only that, he consistently has never had a like roster. He doesn't have those
What you mean?
Jay-Z's. He doesn't have the only
What's
thing.
not true? He's with Desert Storm. Yeah,
Yeah, but
Storm-
Desert Storm wasn't. You know what I mean? They weren't the fucking Def Jam.
Well,
saying
DJ
he
Clue's
didn't-
under Rockefeller. That's why I'm kind of.
It's not the same push, bro. You know what I mean? He didn't
All
have
right.
Diddy. He didn't have Jay-Z.
Because Fab would
Yeah.
he would describe
Fab
his
was
situation
Fab.
quite
Because
different.
he came out with Red Cafe, Joe Budden, Paul Kane.
Yeah,
It was a time.
yeah. It
Paul
was definitely
Kane's
a time.
literally his cousin.
His,
thought it was his brother.
His cousin. Yeah, his
I
brother.
think it's
His
cousin.
brother. His
Yeah.
brother.
Is this his actual
His
brother?
brother.
I think
Yeah.
it's his actual
You know,
brother.
niggas be like, "That's my brother."
You're right.
I know.
We'll never know. We'll never know.
But
We'll never know.
that's
But
right.
no, but to your
hit
point
his girl,
though.
and you like, nah, fuck that nigga.
No, I posed this to the listeners. One of the conversations that came up to your point about like Fab was who made the best women hip hop and R&B music for women, and the conversation that came up was Fab or Wale.
Or
I think Fab
the
and
nominees
Fab
came
and
down
Little
to Fab and
Mo,
Wale.
they had a lot of. Actually, no, I know who it is.
Who?
Ja Rule.
No.
Ja Rule.
That was the era, and that era.
Ja Rule did not make the best women
No.
songs.
In that
Or for
era,
the song-
The reason
He got like five.
him and
He got like five.
Ashanti?
Yeah, he got like five.
I'm-
him and J Lo.
Yeah, we get it, but it's like 6 songs. We're talking about a career worth of like shit. Like, no, I'm not discrediting them songs. I'm not discrediting them. Shits is hits.
No, them just our hits.
Them just is hits.
Middle school was
but
on
we're-
fire.
But when people think about the rapper R&B thing, Ja Rule don't really come up in the conversation. He should.
He should.
Because you make a really good point.
You
He
know what?
should.
I think that people
But
already
Fab,
closed
I think-
the door on that window.
But not even that. I think that Fab has made more.
Okay, I think
I think he's made more
I
and
think
more
also-
impactful.
You're right. Fabulous has a great discography when it comes to making music for the ladies. Like, what was that?
So I was going to pose to the audience.
He has great
So I was going to pose to the
songs.
audience.
Yeah.
Do you think Wale or Fab makes more music? for the
Wale
women?
got some too.
But now that
Wale
he-
had girls
he made
tapping
a point.
ambitious on them.
yeah, so like now that he
That
said
was some loser
let's
shit,
do like
though.
let's try to do like a poll. Is it Wale, Ja Rule, or Fab?
Those girls had ambitious
did,
tatted
like-
on their neck.
you doing
Who
the
had-
Michael Jordan,
like, who had
LeBron James thing.
It's
right
hard. It's
No,
hard. I have
no,
to.
it's
I have to
just-
sit back and
we
listen.
don't- Yeah, we should.
Ja
I want
Rule
people-
in this case. What do you, do
What
you
I'm
want
saying
people to come
is-
to a conclusion or not?
What I want people to do is go back and listen to the music. That's what it's really about.
Yeah.
Like let's just have a conversation about it because the reality here
That's
is
a good
the fact that we're only talking about 3 people in a genre full of how many people says a lot.
I mean,
Yeah, nobody comes to mind when I
It's-
think
it's-
of
especially
women
rap.
anthems.
Remember Fat Joe did he did the song R. Kelly for a little bit. He did like 3 songs R. Kelly.
We don't mention that guy anymore.
We talked about him a whole like 30.
We did. Not me.
Well, I did
Not me.
because we all
Don't
listen to R.
cancel
Kelly. You turn to R. Kelly when you got in the
okay.
house.
That is wow. This nigga lying. You have the whole Fiesta album as a vinyl right here, nigga. Relax.
I am told.
Lies on lies on lies.
Jay-Z, your favorite rapper, went on tour with him, son.
Right. And listen,
That was good. That was a different time.
I remember back in the
That
day,
was
my uncle
pretty-
had this big boy Navigator with this candy pane and shimmered in light, and it had 24s on the dead ass TVs and headrests.
Oh, you
This
had
is
one of those.
literally-
You had a headrest?
No, dead ass, like dead ass. And he
24s.
I remember when he got the junk. No,
Did he have
for real.
spinners? He had spinners or not?
No, come on, we're not country.
We're
now.
not that country.
Yeah, we're not country. But no, he dead ass had this Navigator. He pulled up, and I remember he pulled up to my mother's house in New Carrollton, right? And he was playing this
He was in
song.
the hood.
New Carrollton was in the hood.
It was decent.
I had my first.
It's a little tricky around there. But the point is, he pulled up a Jay-Z and R. Kelly song to my, you pull up with the big boy trucks and the big boy blocks. And there was this blast in the jump. He had like subs in the jump. If you go listen to R. Kelly and Jay-Z song, you hear
No
that.
one's gonna listen to it.
It's actually, but it
What
sold
a
well.
time.
The point is, it was a time, bro. Like, I always remember
That album was good, but nobody's gonna ever like go back.
probably not, because R. Kelly and Jay-Z.
No. Out loud. We'll do that.
The nigga said, "Listen to it in your car."
I mean, that's what he did. And back then, too.
Your car was your.
The point is, he pulled up and that song was playing. I was like, oh,
yeah, I might need to.
Ever since then,
when did you become a Jay-Z fan?
So early.
Probably somewhere around there, like 03-ish. No, they probably before 03 because 03 is when Black Album came. 05 was a Black Album.
Do you remember what song it was or what?
I was just thinking about this week.
I can say this. I remember being maybe in the 10th grade listening to Black Album religiously because that's around the same time when Nelly had dropped 4 Mile with Lil Wayne.
Okay.
And I used to listen to both of them songs, like the Black Album and that song particularly all the time.
And that's when you like, this is
I love Jay-Z. And then I went back and then listened to all the discography. Boom. Here it is. First album I ever bought for Jay-Z was Blueprint. That's 01.
Okay.
That's what it was.
What about you? What I want to say, Jay-Z. I actually don't know.
I don't know if I'm dating myself because we're all around the same age.
Nah,
I was in.
Y'all all older than me.
I'm the younger. I was in elementary school.
I also know. Shout out to this guy. He actually is the one who got me hip to NRD.
Oh, so my God.
You got me hip to them. So shout out to you. Like honestly, and now I'm the biggest fan of those guys. You guys got me hip to that. For real.
Now shout out to you for being that open of a listener. A lot of niggas would have heard it and just moved on. Your taste was already, we were like this already. So you was already going to be ready to be willing to give a lending ear, but you was tight from the beginning. So y'all were early. And I didn't say that to everybody. I only told you because I trusted you.
Imagine listening to some shit and niggas like, they gonna make fun of
And listen, NRD was a wild time, okay? Lab Dance. I used to listen to Lab Dance. This is all them joints. Provider.
They made white boy music for black people.
Shit. Listen, it was them niggas. That was my shit.
You say it's white boy music. I really feel like it's white boy music
for black people.
Yes, it was.
I was
all the girls standing in the line.
No, I did not. That's what I'm saying. No, so that's what I'm saying. It wasn't boy music. It was music.
It was music. Yes, but all the girls standing in the line to the bathroom.
So I moved to Bowie when I was 17.
Oh, see,
like I wouldn't. Yeah,
was there a lot of white people there?
Where Bowie?
Yeah,
he's not saying Bowie High School. He's talking about just Bowie the area.
Yeah, I'm talking about Bowie the area.
I don't know.
I just felt like that was the closest I was going to get to
a lot of black white people.
The TV high schools that I saw.
I saw some rich ass black folk. I was shocked when I saw them niggas. I was like, damn, niggas doing good over here. I was like, wow.
That's funny because we left New Carrollton and went straight to Bowie too. So
I was like,
we left Riverdale.
This is the kicker. I'm about to date myself a little bit. This is the kicker. I moved to Bowie, right? Yeah. And then I kept going to school at Parkdale, right? And so I used to go from
we are dating this podcast.
So I used to go to Parkdale. And I used to be like, damn, this shit is crazy how it worked. And then I transferred to Flowers, right? Like halfway through my junior year.
I remember seeing you there.
And you do? Oh, yes.
LA, yes.
That's where you met him, right?
Yeah. He was on my bus. We was on the same bus. I was up the street.
Oh,
y'all rode all the way down the street.
Yeah.
How was that?
You would know, nigga. The fuck?
It's too late. I already got it off.
Because he let the church live. I was like, the fuck?
No Diddy. You ain't getting shit off on me.
Yeah, shit.
Ain't no Diddy.
Okay.
But yeah, yo, when I got the Flowers, I was like, oh,
Flowers was ill, though.
I was like, whoa. It took me
Didn't Black China go to y'all school?
No, she went to y'all school.
No, she didn't go to my school.
I thought you said she went to your middle school.
Nah.
She went to Flowers, bro.
Oh, she did go to Flowers later. Yes,
I heard she was popping over there.
And then see, I don't know.
Y'all niggas bullshitted on the Flowers.
I didn't really, anyway, I didn't really go to school. When I went to Flowers, it was,
you didn't really go to school.
Flowers is a weird. And listen, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like,
who is this guy? Who the fuck do you think you are, nigga? Get the fuck out of here.
I would just tell you, Lonnie.
This nigga's moving like a thug.
Actually, I was being nice. When I first, listen.
So I'm smart.
We're good now.
Cheeks hurt.
I knew me back then. We was in the same school bus with him. He knows. I didn't talk to none of these people on the bus. He knows I did it.
That's why I was about to be like,
hey, this nigga sitting in the front of the bus like a little.
No,
I rode the bus for 2 minutes. I left. Yes, I started driving. I was like, I'm not doing this.
He did. He was on and off.
I was like, I'm not doing this.
Jay had a safe space. He had a safe space on the bus. So you could be in the back with the niggas who knew each other and was like rowdy, or you could just be like mid back. He was in the center towards the back. So it was almost like, I'm cool, but I ain't about to. And it was crazy because he would get in the middle back. You know what I'm saying? And
the middle back.
Pause. He would come towards the back of the bus, but then he would just be silent. And he'd be like, man, who is this character? You know what I'm saying?
That's how I felt when I met this nigga in college. Like, who the fuck is this nigga?
And niggas on our bus used to mess with each other. And nobody fucking with
I'm real standoffish. Listen, I'm a little standoffish if I don't know you. Like, I don't.
It was wild.
I was like, what the fuck is going on in this school?
So
this bus.
We're reminiscing.
It was a wild time.
We're reminiscing.
Like shit. Anyway.
Wait. So how did I find out about Jay? First song, elementary school.
This nigga old.
We was in third. It was fifth. It was fourth grade. I just moved to my magnet school.
Dang, was you in volume 1, nigga?
Volume 1, no, nigga. This joint came out.
This nigga was listening to the Blueprint in fourth grade.
What's the Annie joint? What's the Annie joint?
Annie up?
Hard Knock Live. Hard Knock Live.
Okay, volume 2, nigga. I knew what I was doing. Volume 2.
You hit me with volume 1. You tried to age me.
It came a year out. It was a year later.
Yeah, but don't worry.
I'm a Jay-Z junkie. That's why. Like, I know everything that came out.
I respect it. I respect it. So Annie joint came out, Hard Knock Life, and then some other joints came out. Then Jigga What, Jigga Who hit, and it was like over for sure. But that was like I think that was the next album. But at that point, I didn't really listen to the discography. It was straight radio. It wasn't until I was going to high school.
You were in fourth grade. They didn't even have MP3s back then.
Yeah, no, what? It was CD. Let me tell you something. I went to go see Blueprint in the stores. You could get Blueprint on the CD player or tape or cassette tape.
Yeah.
It wasn't even Best Buy. Yes. It was a pivotal moment. You could buy either one of your media. I was like, I should get this tape.
I'm with you. When I was back in Montgomery County and the radio came on, I remember Gangsters of Paradise and Coolio came on. I'm dating myself. You had to press the record and play back at the same time. Radio.
Yes. You needed to. Those were the original mixtapes.
But anyway,
I'm going to close it out real fast. I know for Jay-Z, for me, the first time I realized I was hanging out with this dude. His name's Gorky from...
I remember Stories of Gorky.
Yeah. Crazy song. Yeah. Dominican dude from New York, Harlem. Yeah. And I remember we were making a drive to New York in lunch. We went literally from East to Shore.
And where?
It was in college. So I'd always listened to Jay-Z. I always respected his discography, but my issue was I was really into Lil Wayne. And I would just be like... I was that guy... I was that guy who would argue with people like Lil Wayne's better than everyone. He did. It was and this was during Wayne's run. Yes. So I remember the guy was like, look, man, I'm tired of that. So we're driving in New York. It's like a 4-hour drive. This nigga said, Edwin, I'm tired. Like, imagine the car's quiet. This nigga's just, Edwin, I'm tired of you talking about Lil Wayne. I'm going to tell you why Jay-Z is the greatest rapper of all time. And he presses the Blueprint. And I just listen to the lyrics. Serious. And I'm just like, what? I heard Takeover. I heard what? I was just listening to this album. I'm like, okay, he's a wordsmith, but not just that. Think about Jay-Z, he tells stories. And that's what I liked about Biggie. Like artists that can paint a story, which is why I like Kendrick Lamar's Section 80. Because he just painted stories. And that's the shit that like made me like Jay-Z. And I was like, okay. Lil Wayne's still my favorite rapper, but Jay is a close 1A or 1B.
Jay did a great job at picking
and that's my favorite Jay-Z album, and that memory is lifelong for me.
Jay picked beats that made sense for his discography, for him
honestly, if not for Just Blaze and Kanye West on that album, doing that production and giving him those beats, I don't know what would have happened.
I mean, this
because both of them still have that fight on who really made Blueprint, but both of them I think made.
That's true about that.
They killed.
But I think that period.
This is a music podcast. Look what we did. Music stuff.
Speaking of music, shout out to the hottest rapper out right now, Big Sexy.
Sexy Red. Shout out to her. She is on a run. Honestly, she stayed with a fucking hit. We just watched the music video earlier before we started the pod. She got Soulja Boy. She got Fuego.
That was a tight video.
She had Drake. Drake's her love interest.
Like, spoiler. Spoiler.
And who was that, John? You said you fucked with in the video? In the boat.
This guy.
Bros, I need an intermission.
You trying to make me an Eskimo, brother.
All right,
No Diddy. But
she had a lot of cameos.
She did. She had an OnlyFans girl with, I mean, not that I knew of, but you mentioned her with the long tongue. Yeah. Looking like I don't know what. But anyway, other than that, it was really
She showed it.
Yeah, it was really good. But
hey, look, the timing of what I just said, what you said was nasty work.
It was wild. All right, so let's get to sports real quick. As far as sports, so LeBron and JJ Redick have decided to create a podcast. But not only that, we have also seen that a few other people have jumped into the podcast space, including Lamar Odom and Caitlyn Jenner. Anything to get back in that Kardashian circle. But not only that, Savannah James, Mrs. I do not talk a lot and don't say shit.
I will be
now
she's bored.
She's about to break character, and this is going to suck because
y'all?
Once women,
You think that?
Go ahead, drop it.
Once you break that illusion and you open your mouth, people gonna realize who you really
Amber
are,
fucking Rose.
and it's gonna fuck it up.
That's big.
So I would, if I was LeBron,
That happens to guys too.
I would, some niggas that are cool and you think they're cool and you meet. That's why they say never meet your heroes.
Never meet your heroes,
because you realize them niggas as losers. And you be like, bro,
people are people. Are we pedestaling them by giving them this weird facade and saying, "Oh, I thought you were this way"? Let them be who they are. They are that way.
Be exactly who I thought you were on TV.
What?
Don't be that weirdo down the street.
She's being exactly who she is.
That's why
we don't know that.
So imagine you meet someone like, just for example, you meet somebody like you've been crushing on like what's his name, Chris Brown forever, and you now finally get to meet him, only to find out
we should use a different theoretical.
Don't say that. What you about to say? Stop.
We should use a different theoretical.
You gotta stop. You meet Chris Brown, and he's just not cool. Let's leave it at that.
What was I about to say?
You was about to say something. You was about to say something wild. Stop doing that.
One, niggas is not crushing on Chris Brown. You need a different subject.
He wasn't talking about.
No, not us, nigga.
I know,
but you know what I mean.
Even
anyway,
he was going to call Chris Brown a cokehead.
Thank you, Lonnie. Thank you. I was waiting to see where this plane was going to land.
He was going to say
it was landing in Colombia.
You read my. How did you know?
Dog, I know you. I'm trying to tell you. I know you, bro. He was going to call the man a cokehead.
But imagine you meet that nigga and he's like, "Yo, I'm going to the bathroom real quick."
Want to come get in line with me?
And you like, what the fuck? I thought you was running. This nigga's not doing none of that shit. That nigga running through the fucking.
He went through the lines. But anyway, sorry. It's your fault. What did you do? It's your fault, yo.
We are talking about podcasts.
Chris Brown, my favorite album by you is I love X. I love X.
Yo, the thing about Chris Brown though, he be fighting for real, so he will beat up
Trey
niggas.
Songz, man.
Yeah, I was about to talk.
Trey Songz should do a comeback though.
He's coming back on his new song.
He needs to try.
Hold on.
He beat too many people up though.
Jesus, and girls.
No Diddy.
That nigga done avoided some charges.
He was wild.
I don't know how he beat them charges.
That's really wild. That's really wild. I thought he was going down for us.
I knew regular girls who went to his party and told me that he sexually assaulted their friend. Like that's the crazy.
Edwin, cut this out.
Why? No, I dead ass know somebody.
Jesus.
I dead ass know somebody who's told me.
All right.
The names, right?
We don't need to talk about this. This is crazy.
What were we talking about? Podcast.
But so back to the pod. But like, I think. So I didn't watch the whole pod with JJ and Bron, right? But the snippet that I saw, which was pretty long, when he was breaking down schemes and shit like that, and I realized I didn't play organized ball, so this shit right now, it's not for me.
Over your head.
It was boring, right?
No,
it wasn't boring.
No, I wasn't caring enough. To be real with you, I was very intrigued. Because I was like, these things are really talking in a way about something that they care about. Yes. And it's like, I want to care because I'm like, oh, you're telling me some shit. Mm-hmm. But I don't know none of this shit because I didn't play organized ball. But the caveat here is that, like, did y'all peep that JJ was writing down like he was a coach? And like, the John said, why is he
when he was drawing the circles?
Like, why is he drawing this right now?
I think
he's drawing the plays out.
I actually think that JJ Riddick in the next couple of moves is trying to be a head coach.
Yeah, I know he is.
I think a little bit of what he's been doing is trying to head coach.
I mean, JJ's a hooper. You could tell, bro.
He is. And he's going hard. Not only is he doing that, he's also moonlighting as an ESPN analyst. Mm-hmm. Not only does he do the analyst shit, he does his podcast with his like.
And he's like, Ryan,
he calls games.
And he's like Ryan Reynolds. He's not like Justin Timberlake.
Wait,
how so?
He's a brother on the low. You could just sense it. Like you could tell when white folks was cool around black people.
Dang, Justin Timberlake ain't cool around black people?
I don't think so.
This is wild.
I don't think so at all.
I think Justin Timberlake.
He dated
the man in the woods.
Spears. Yeah, the man.
It's feeling real slanderous right now.
Nah, you the only nigga that listened to that whole album.
Yeah. You listen to Man in the fact that you mentioned Man in the Woods.
Man in the Woods was good.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like a really bad horror flick.
When I saw him do the promo for it and he was walking in the woods chopping lumber, I was like, nah. Nigga, I ain't watching this shit. I'm not listening.
I thought he was gonna. I thought it was.
Justin Timberlake made songs with Juicy J, bro. Do you understand how legendary that was? I'll play it for you after the pod. Everything's after the pod. But anyway, other than that, I do have a conspiracy theory that I do want to tell you.
Don't land yet. Go ahead.
Oh
yeah. Okay. I was going to say JD and Bron. Great concept. I sometimes feel like Bron isn't going to be very forthcoming on this thing because he he's so nice and so up there. He has to play nice. He has to say nice things about people, and he'll never get
Did you see the clip?
nitty-gritty.
Nah, JJ goes in on people.
No, JJ, yes.
LeBron too.
LeBron to a degree, but it's still like very.
No, did you hear what LeBron said? He said the
He
niggas
didn't like when niggas would hold the ball or do something at the end
He
of the
said
game.
the niggas are
regulation.
dumb. He said niggas are dumb.
He did.
In so many words, he was just like, "How do you not know how to do X, Y, and Z?" I was doing that at 8 years old.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He said,
I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
Is that the one where they were drawing the circles on the paper?
Bro. LeBron was basically saying, "Y'all niggas are dumb." When it comes to basketball, this is easy for me, and that's why he's still playing 22 years.
Yeah. So for right now, LeBron is not athleticism, it's not physical. It's
He's just
cerebral.
playing smart.
It's cerebral. It's all about the brain, and he just mind fucks people the way he plays and the way he like outthinks people. And a lot of people have always said he knows what plays we're going to run before we run it.
You took the thoughts out of my head, bro.
LeBron is doing what he's supposed to do at his
That's why
age.
it's easy for him,
and that's why he keeps saying it's AD's team, bro. Don't think I'm about to do everything.
He's having
AD's
fun
team.
right now. He doesn't give a fuck about nothing.
That
else.
nigga's just waiting for his son to play so he can play against his son. Lock that nigga up and be like, "I got you."
And let's give it a buck.
then
Let's try to get a chip.
Hey, let's give it a buck, bro.
They're
Like,
not
we
getting
talk about stat pattern.
Miami will get I put bread on this. Miami will get a ring before the Lakers. And
How much you want to put on that? Because this is a podcast. It'll live forever.
You got to give up those shoes. I don't even wear your size.
Lightning?
Because they're yellow and they remind me of the Lakers. You got to like give them to like
It's
Goodwill.
cool. I can replace them.
Ooh. You know, between you and Shaney.
No, stop. I give up. I give up. Stop.
Between you and him.
Stop. I give up. White flag. That's white flag.
Anyway,
if that's the easiest way to get me to shut up, you win.
but for real though, the fact that Lamar Odom, like, what do you think Lamar Odom?
I don't talk about him.
Caitlyn
How do you
Jenner
feel?
are gonna talk
Fuck them
about?
niggas. Listen, fuck them niggas. How do you feel?
There's only one nigga.
How do you feel? No, there's two in there.
The other one chopped his nigga off.
No, he didn't.
Whoa.
We're saying the same thing. We're saying the same thing.
I don't know.
Anyway, let's move on.
I don't want to get canceled.
Oh, we gotta stop. We gotta cut this out. Anyway, how do y'all feel about athletes being in the podcast? Draymond is mad at LeBron. We got Paul George podcast. It's actually okay.
It's very good.
I don't know. You like it a lot?
I like when he brings the guest on, and then he talks.
It depends on the conversation for me.
Yes,
So some I only
Let me
watch
take the
clips.
very out.
I can't watch the whole
At
thing.
times, it's very good to me.
Okay.
Not all the time is it very good.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like the guy from Atlanta and the white guy, they offer opinions that I don't
white
really
guy?
respect.
What are
Yeah,
you talking about?
he, on podcast P.
Oh, it's a white guy. I thought it was.
I don't even.
I thought it was a black dude.
He wears glasses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him. I see him.
Okay.
Now, but listen, but they
Every
have played-
podcast has to have a white guy that basically is like,
but it's good.
Draymond don't got a white guy.
That's reflective of the reality that we
he
all
probably
live
beat
in.
his ass.
Draymond.
That nigga got ejected in 5 minutes. Like, the
was
guy's
Jai Wow.
stupid,
It
man.
was Jai
Let's
Wow.
be
No, I
honest.
saw it happen. That was not his fault.
Yeah,
That was.
It was funny because he got.
You're right. I was about something else.
Yes. Everything was
He
his
didn't
fault.
even do the foul. He wasn't the foul wasn't on him. I think it was on Wiggins.
It's Draymond's fault.
No, don't do that.
He's an idiot. I'm sorry.
It's not him. I think that for one, his argument, he should have just chilled on the argument, but he was getting real loud in the direction of the ref. How you think I'm supposed to maintain my respect around
5
here?
minutes, bro. You're stupid.
No.
But regardless of that, I do think that it's getting a little oversaturated by the basketball athletes. They definitely need add more games, Adam Silver, because these niggas is making podcasts.
No.
These niggas is wild.
You're so stupid.
Do a play-in
said-
for the play-in.
Add more games.
But you know what, though? The only podcast that I truly enjoy.
You're about to say exactly what I'm about to think of.
Agent Zero. Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah.
But he's not playing though.
Yeah, but he's still a basketball guy.
Yeah.
I like Agent Zero. I like it.
He has some really good hot takes. And they'd be like,
All the time.
He jumps off the ledge a little too much.
He does,
though.
but he does it in such a good way that makes you think. It's not too far-fetched.
The Hibachi, Agent Zero or Hibachi God, Gilbert Arenas actually knows what he's talking about when it comes to basketball. And that's the part that a lot of people skip part. Because he is salacious. He's very much salacious. But between the
He's a little
salaciousness,
sauce.
he knows what the fuck he's talking about when it comes to ball. He knows exactly what he's talking about. And people got to remember, he gave Kobe 60. This guy knows what he's talking about.
And then you know what Kobe did right after that?
I don't remember what.
He dropped 50 back on him because he said, "Oh nah, nigga."
It wasn't 60 though.
Yeah, but guess what? That was
Shout
the
out
last
Kobe.
time. That was the last time Gilbert dropped them type of buckets.
Anyway,
Oh, really?
maybe. But Gilbo definitely. But Gilbert,
So, no, I mean,
the thing about Gilbert though, this is when I realized
Edwin.
he's nice, but he ain't him. was that day when he missed those free throws when LeBron. That's when I realized you nice, but you ain't him. You're not him. So that's why even when I hear what he says, it's like you're speaking from the guy who could have been, could have, would have, should have. But you ain't going to the Hall of Fame.
But your point though, being him doesn't make you like an expert on talking about what you want to talk about.
No, it doesn't. But sometimes when he says certain things like he knows, I have to still take it with a bit of grain of salt. Like he's still speaking from a different perspective.
Gilbert talks
as
loud.
A guy.
So
and yeah, he's too loud sometimes.
With the confidence of I'm right. And even though he may dispel that it's his opinion.
Yeah.
And I like that. But I sometimes feel like I need a fact checker.
Exactly. And sometimes with him is like, you got all your friends dick riding you. So I'm not about to listen
to that. Except for Sean McCann.
But the only person that the podcast I actually thought you were going to talk about is the nigga from the Atlanta. The
funny dude. Teague?
Teague.
Yeah.
Jeff Teague. That nigga is funny.
No, Jeff Teague is funny.
He's for podcasting. He's
effortlessly
potting.
Though.
He's potting.
Yeah,
look, guys, we're not having a conversation. We're actually potting. It's worse when we actually have a real conversation.
Yeah, there's a lot of
y'all really sat in our conversations is very different. And I think what Jeff Teague does is actually potting. He tells stories and he brings the audience in. He gets you in there, and then they are able to put in some of the clips of those stupid. He lets you laugh at him. Like, yo, I made a mistake, and I remember this nigga put 60 on me, and I was mad as shit. He was like, I'm trying to punch. He's like, I'm trying to punch Steph Curry.
Well, nigga, you trying to pod because we got some stories.
Yo, I cannot. I'm gonna just say it right now. I cannot. So I reminisce. I'd be like, bro, if we can really talk.
I'm just glad, like.
God.
I haven't.
Wait. Where are you going?
I always say Jay know what the bodies are.
I feel like I'm glad that I made it out of college. I'm glad that I made it where I'm at in life.
Amen.
I'm glad that
that I'm in your life, nigga. I'm the man.
No Diddy.
Yo.
He set himself up perfect.
I did. I can't even say nothing. That was perfect.
I'm in your life.
I'm no man. The nigga said no Diddy.
Shit. But speaking of just like nostalgia, just thinking back on shit. Like, how do you feel about Disney? I like Disney Plus. It's one of my favorite streaming platforms.
What do they have that you watch? You don't even watch none of the Star Wars.
But I do watch What If, and I watch all the other Marvel stuff they put on there.
Can I say something ridiculous?
I watch everything.
Do they have new What If episodes or something?
Yeah, season 2 came out, but even outside.
Wow, I did not know
I feel like they didn't drop like all the what you call it?
They were terrible. All those shows.
Well, you're the only person that said that.
Who?
Yeah,
bro, you didn't like Moonlight?
No, it was good, but it wasn't great.
Okay,
well, Moonlight was good.
Well, let's see the here or there. It's not about subjective conversation. The point is for me, like what I was getting at was X-Men '97 is out, and if you were anyone like myself that was growing up watching TV before you went to school,
the original
X-Men was the thing to watch.
X-Men was definitely fire.
Like you had to watch.
I grew up on the
X-Men '97. They did a great job. I love. The fact that they drew it the same but a little different.
Yeah, it's cel shaded a little bit.
I love the fact that they brought some like the same voices from back in the past.
Really?
Yeah, like
years
Storm,
later, still being able to.
Storm's the same person. Cyclops is the same person.
Storm. I mean, Cyclops is not no bitch ass nigga no more. They definitely.
He was a bitch ass nigga.
The old joints. They never really like showed
in the
how
cartoon.
How much
X-Men.
They didn't really show how.
Yes, they did.
No, not really. They didn't.
We knew he was.
It was a little bit more Wolverine-ish as far as
yes.
They didn't really show. It was like Jean Grey, Wolverine, Storm, but they didn't really like. They didn't really highlight like Scott Summers.
Did you know?
Is that
did
guy.
You know Scott Summers was a level 5 mutant? You never knew that.
He's a beast.
You never got to.
He's not an Omega level though.
He's not Omega,
but it's
only like
everybody hits Omega level depending on what you're reading. Everybody hits Omega level.
There's only 3 or 4. Magneto, Storm, and Jean are
and Professor X.
I'm gonna show you.
Professor X. I don't know if he's Omega. He might be, but I don't know.
And it's like one other.
But he's dead right now.
We better geek out.
Yeah, I mean, you know me. I will nerd out if I have to.
The point is, the shit was fire. Like the first 2 episodes, I was so blown they didn't have all the episodes.
Episode 3's out.
It just came out. I don't keep up like.
Oh, I already watched it.
Yeah, but when I saw the 2 episodes, the way Storm came through killing shit, and then Cyclops jumped out the plane with his eye beams and shit. I said, "Oh my god!"
So for me, like one of the things that I learned,
X-Men to me
is that when it comes to like superheroes, I gravitate towards men who are like leaders and like the underdog, and I think that with
leader and the underdog,
leaders and underdogs. Yeah, you can be both, which is I think Scott Summers, and I fuck with that. And because and because his eyes are fucked up like me, so that's always why I gravitated to him because I wear glasses. So that was one of it. But other than that, like I do like what Disney Plus.
Who told you this? Who told you this?
That's what you said.
You have to find. Look, you have to find some relatability in these characters, especially because I grew up in
everyone's walking around with his glasses, the big ass glasses, but no, shoot eye beams out his lenses.
But no, listen. But for me, I think you have to realize that, especially growing up where I grew up, there were only white superheroes. I didn't have any black superheroes to look up to.
You said we had some in America?
I don't know what the fuck y'all were doing here.
Nigga, you was here when I was here.
I was out here
hate
doing...
the fact... Listen,
he be playing.
He be killing me.
When you came
He's
over, bro.
He's been here.
We was.
Matter of fact, when X-Men came out, he was in America.
Anyway.
We was teenagers.
Like,
we was all teenagers.
No, it was teenagers. It was teenagers now. I killed 97.
But anyways, other than that, I do appreciate that. But I do think Disney Plus... I think that they're... I don't know if you heard about their merger with Hulu now.
They've already been merged. I don't know what that's the deal about.
Well, they're doing it for real now for whatever reason. And I think that Disney is losing a lot of money because of those Marvel movies and shows that they continue to push out.
I think it is?
So a lot of the ones that you say are good, nobody likes them. She-Hulk was terrible. Moonlight was okay.
He didn't mention She-Hulk.
Echo was terrible. There's like a lot of them were just mediocre and unnecessary.
I think they should have never let go of Jonathan Majors. Personally,
I don't know.
I don't think
I'm iffy on Jonathan Majors' role.
I mean, listen, I like that Lovecraft Country shit, but I think to your point, I think that's a conspiracy, for lack of better words, because the reality is like I pay for Hulu, Disney, and ESPN Plus. They're all in the same umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
So, fuck you.
I ain't say nothing.
So the point is,
they got the triple
package. So when you say to me like they're merged, I'm like,
bundle it.
These niggas been bundled.
No, the bundle. Yes,
these niggas been bundled.
Well, option.
So like, they've officially changed their logo because it's going to be one app at some point.
Well, good, save me some money. But the point I'm making here is that's not true.
If I get Disney, I'll be cool with it because I watch Star Wars.
We got Disney.
This is not losing any money. Disney owns all that shit. So there's a bigger thing there.
Just everybody gets a smaller cut on the Disney platforms.
Yeah, I don't know, but either way,
Incredible season 2 is also out.
Invincible.
I'm sorry, I said Incredible.
That's season 1.
No, I'm sorry, Invincible. The best comic book I've read in my entire life. Of course, it's out now with part 2.
It sounds like you said the best condom.
If you want if you're not into anime but you want some like Americanized, gory, really good storyline, watch Invincible. It's really easy to digest if you're not into
from the creator of The Walking Dead. Not as bloody, but still bloody. But it's really good.
It's good.
So definitely check it out.
Super easy. All right, let's wrap this up, guys. Parking tickets.
You got one for the first time. Do you want to go first?
I always
not first time.
I always have a parking ticket.
He barely does.
Listen. All right, no, I'm going to give my parking ticket to, frankly, a topic that we didn't get too far into. But the industry, for lack of better words, quiet on the set, all these children that are getting taken advantage of in so many different spaces, all the powers that be, that world out there. I'm giving my parking ticket to, honestly, I don't want Diddy to go down per se, just because I love Diddy's music. But if he's foul, I want him to go down. I want the crumble of everyone that is doing foul shit to children and people, like especially children. Like I saw this TikTok. I think I sent it to you.
We got to stop shouting out TikTok. They don't pay us.
They should pay us. But I saw this TikTok where like basically Justin Bieber was kind of like breaking down, talking to, I can't remember who was interviewing him, but he was talking about Billie Eilish. He was just like, yo, I just don't want this to happen to her, the things that happen to me. And then it segues into these clips where these grown adults are overly sexualizing him. And you can see, and men and women at that too, you can see that like the level of discomfort, confusion. And at one point in one of the clips, he straight up was like, yo, I'm 15. Like, why do you care about like what sex talk I'm having with my parents? Like, that's explicitly what he said. And I said it to say that, like, these are things that we don't really pay attention to because we kind of, like, brush over it. But if we're going to be aware people that are more aware is what I'm trying to say. I want us to kind of, like, really pay attention to what we're doing in our regular lives and, like, make the change within ourselves so that the society can change. Because society makes people. But I'm giving my parking ticket to all those people. Like, that pedophilia, that perversion is nasty work. And honestly, there's a special place in hell for y'all niggas.
It's a weird time, dog. I appreciate that because Nickelodeon and whatever happened on that situation for them, after all these years to now finally bring it to light, and nobody's going to jail, no one's getting in trouble, there's no retribution, there's nothing.
I'm not going to get too far into this. And the other thing on TikTok that I saw was this girl, she was talking about it. She was just like, you also have to take into account the fact that they're putting like Quiet on the Set on television. It means they've already reconciled. Like the powers that be have reconciled and done things in the behind the scenes.
He apologized.
Not even that, but just like allow this conversation to come out. Anytime you allow people to speak candidly about the abuse that they had, and you hear nobody getting sued, no one going to jail, means that there's something else
happened.
at play.
Yeah,
there's something. They're saying, you know what, we'll let you have this one because there's something else. It's a distraction. Almost.
It is. I agree. I definitely do. I think that was a great parking ticket. Izzo.
My parking ticket was going to go to Mr. Not Sean Carter. What's Diddy's name? Diddy Combs. Sean Combs.
Oh wow!
So
I feel like this is a Diddy pro.
it was initially it was going to be something a little more political, but then this is kind of in the same vein. I felt like he had too much riding on him as a responsibility, being African American, but then being the few that we are, a billionaire list, and you were parading, doing whatever you were doing behind the scenes, but giving us a different image. Your responsibility, you didn't handle it the way you needed to, and more so, you were giving off an image that you were not championing behind the scenes, and it's such a disappointment because who doesn't love Bad Boy? You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't love the image of we invented the remix? You know what I'm saying? But bro, behind the scenes. And yes, I haven't been given hundreds of millions of dollars to potentially give me weird vices. So who knows what I would do? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But it's to say we are all susceptible.
Yes, we have money.
Yes, we are all susceptible to some type of like minor corruption or bad behavior that maybe can be sustainable at home. But my bro, you let it be global. My bro, you put cameras in your house. My bro, you flew people in and you took Cassie for 10 years and you made her your sex slave / girlfriend / wife, but didn't make her your wife. What were you doing when we were looking up to you? And I was telling my wife, I was like, yo, babe, imagine the docuseries we was about to see. Bad Boy, Diddy, this, that, all the different artists. All of a sudden, it's in shambles. You'll never get that. You're never going to get.
Possibly.
No, you will never.
You don't think he coming back? You don't think?
Excuse me, my nigga.
There's no coming back from this.
Listen, you took.
Yeah, I don't think it's canceled.
I don't think it's over for him. The glory will never be the same.
It won't be, but I don't think it's over.
And it's far from ever being the same.
Well, I'll say this.
I might be delusional though.
I might be delusional too, but I'll say this. I agree with most of what you said, but I think that to your point, I don't know that. Let's put it like this. If he goes to court and he wins and they find evidence that like somehow exonerates him, right? This fall from grace, it's going to be like how Kobe did with the rape thing. Yeah. It's going to be like this thing that we know.
But Kobe's was so different because we knew the girl she wasn't a plant, but she wanted the sex. It was consensual.
I'll say this. Ultimately, I think that Diddy did something wrong, right? It's obvious. Many
things.
Yeah, I'm not going to harp. Yes, I won't get too far into it, but the reality here is that one of the things you said about Cassie, she left and came back. There's women that have come out and said that with Little Rob or whatever it said. The point that I'm making is...
You know his name now.
Yeah. The point that I'm making is that there's a lot of truths and there's a lot of lies in the substance of what's happening. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of things at play. So I think that I don't think, and I said this earlier, I don't think that his history or his legacy, there's going to be definitely a blemish, but he's 50 plus years old at this point. His music is what it is. We're going to keep listening to it just like the people's going to keep listening to R. Kelly's music.
You say that, but Russell Simmons is hiding in
Bali. He's in Bali.
I was about to say Bermuda,
but Russell Simmons' situation is a little less disgusting, frankly.
I don't imagine. The thing is, I want to say something about even his situation, but I'm just
kind of over it, right?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So great job, guys. As far as that, for me, my parking ticket is going to go to all the individuals and grown men who are beefing over women and then following each other on Instagram like little girls. I do feel like as masculinity continues to diminish, especially in the male-dominated industry like hip-hop, And with men doing certain activities and continue to put their activities in music, you can't get mad that your brother or your friend or whoever you consider a business associate does certain things behind your back. I think that's par for the course in that environment. And I think that a lot of what you're seeing is just these gentlemen's characters. These are a lot of men who in their life, I don't feel like they actually got women or dealt with women with any real like clout. And the way they're moving tells you a lot about that, especially the partners that they're picking and choosing, whether it's on purpose or not. I think it just says a lot about a bunch of men clicking up to team up on another man, whether he did something right or wrong. It just looks weird and lame, honestly. And I think a lot of these men lack maturity. If these are the men that you are putting in front of your children, going to concerts and buying their albums and all these things, sometimes you got to look back and say, you're not representing your music. You're not the gangster that you say you are. All the coke that you push. If you out here like being mad over a girl talking about you to another guy, like what do you think was gonna happen, nigga? Like she likes you, she likes him, and she wants money from both of y'all. Like what do you think she telling him about you? Don't be stupid. And I feel like these men are like, honestly, it just looks lame. It looks really lame, and I just can't. I can't sit here as another man who's who loves hip hop, who loves music. Yeah, I love beef, but I like beef to be legit. I don't want it to be over some chick because she's talking. Whether it's true or not, y'all still look lame for unfollowing each other and being petty and throwing subs. Like, if you got a problem with a nigga, talk about it. Be a man and have a conversation and show maturity and growth. And I just think that it looks a little weird. So y'all getting parking tickets, all of y'all, all 10 of y'all, 5 of y'all, 3 of y'all, like my boy, all 3 of y'all, like my boy Birdman says, including Drake. Like Drake, even if he's petty or whatever, yeah, we like petty Drake, but regardless, like, bruh, like if you doing dirty macking behind your bro's back, then it says a lot about your character as well.
Does this take away from the Drake brand cachet? Maybe?
No, it's right.
It doesn't. It's literally who he is, and I knew that. I don't know why Future, Metro Boomin.
But I don't think that's.
I mean, based off of all the women he's supposedly dealt with in the past, in front of all his friends and what has happened, I think at some point you should be like, look, if it's a duck and it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck.
I think the only thing for me, the takeaway from your parking ticket, which I agree with, is just that, like, I don't think it speaks to masculinity, but more so about the male ego. I think that one thing that I keep trying to push is that everyone thinks that they know each other, or they think that they know who people are. But I think that we've just been living in these facades for so long, and with these cameras and society allowing you to be more of who you are, you're starting to realize that these people aren't who they were. So one of my favorite Jay-Z lines is, I was who I was before I got here.
Yeah.
And I stand on that. Like, I was who I was.
I agree. I'm with that.
Anyway, so I said it to say, I don't think it's about masculinity, but about the ego, and how Drake and all these other guys are moving are just like how all the high school guys doing, the high school girls are doing.
Wow.
They just ain't grown up.
Grown ass men moving
international high school is what you call them.
But thanks Izzo for joining us on this pod episode.
Come on, let me one
Listen, man.
Appreciate it. So we signing out. Peace and love. Later, guys.
See you, bye. It's been nice being here.
No parking on Sunday.